Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm not coming on screen because I ain't ready yet. I'm straightening my hair. So, happy Friday. Thank goodness. It is August 2nd, 2024. Holy moly. This summer is flying. I really hate that because you know what comes next? Lots of rain. I didn't have tons to talk about. Actually, y'all had brought stuff up, so I didn't. Monster from La Pine, Oregon, who's messing around with little girls. You know, back in the day, he'd only got a chance to do it once. And then the citizens would have taken hold of him. So, yeah. So, let's start with saying that Kai now has a full set of titties for this week. She won both booby prizes this week. She is on it. At this point, I really boobs to send out. So, we'll start by saying good morning, Miss Kaya. How are you, darling? I know it's probably, I don't know if it's morning here, it's probably evening there. And she got her boobies. And then we have Miss Mishka. How are you, darling? I've been going through my book. Again, thank you so much. I'm loving it. It's got so much stuff that just who knew? The stuff you walk on every day and how it could actually be helping you more than any pill you're trying to pop. Just blows me away. All this shit they've been giving us, telling us it's gonna make us better. Ain't made us better. I mean, I have a friend right now who, because of her diabetes, and it was probably everything that they've actually done in the process. Anyways, it's ended up giving her osteoporosis. So maybe it is from the actual diabetes, but where'd the diabetes come from? Especially for somebody actually that takes pretty good care of themselves. Seems strange. So, anyways, back to my haze. Miss Flatty, how are you? Thank you, darling, for always being here. Thank you all for always being here. And thank you, Flatty, for always having my back, making sure to get me out of here on time. Making sure to get me in here on time. Sending out my links. She's just on it. We love our Flatty. And Little Bit, what's up? I love it that all my girls are here. Crazy Hillbilly comes in to stir that pot. Good morning, Crazy Hillbilly. How's the baby doing, Little Bit? Are we growing like crazy? I can't wait. I feel like it's taking forever, though. I mean, can't she get here already? What? Is my microphone? Is it not working? officially 34 weeks today. I have a bone to pick about her growth and the healthcare system. Okay, you hear me, Flatty? A little bit hears me, so I'm not sure what's going on. Mike is good, just checking. Oh, okay. Yeah, I put it right in front of me before I even started. I remembered. I have a bone to pick about her growth. Why is she not? What do you mean? In the healthcare system. Well, now I gotta know. Now you got to tell me. If you want to quick with the foot, yeah, jump on. Okay, but do you have Discord anymore, honey? It might get a little glitchy here because I gotta open up Discord, which seems to bog everything down. I think I'm gonna get a new computer. I'm sick of messing with this, and I think Marvin's sick of me messing with it too. Okay. A little bit. Are you here? So you're in Discord as little bit or as normal? Sorry, hold please. I'm looking. It's okay. There you are. Gotcha, darling. Okay. Okay, go to Discord, honey. Okay. I'm closing that back out. For some reason I didn't realize you were I thought you left there. Or I would have been sending you links all along. I'll make sure to next time. Don't you worry your little pretty head about that. Okay. So this deal with the Oregon dude that's trying to mess around with little girls. I don't know who else heard about it. The first video that I listened to, it was like, okay, he does sound like a creep, but he explains it like this girl, he was in the shower and she came in and got in and stuck his hand on her. Huh? I don't know. I mean, I would think the minute that she walks into the shower, I mean, if I was taking a shower and a minor came in and tried to jump in the shower, they wouldn't make it past the curtain. I'm going to tell you that right now, because they're just not. They're not making it past the curtain. So I'm not quite sure how she would have ever gotten a hold of his hand and been able to put it anywhere. Because there wouldn't have been I wouldn't have gave the person enough time. So, and it wouldn't have mattered who it was, a minor or anybody. I mean, if it ain't Marvin coming into the shower with, we're going to have some problems. And guess who's here? Good morning, little mama. I can barely hear you. Can I turn up your mic? Let me see. Mic setting. Oh, hell yeah, we can turn it up. Okay, there. Now can we hear you? Where are you, dear? Are my headphones not working? Nope, you're just quiet. Nobody else hears her talking, right? You hear me, but I don't hear you. Why don't I hear you? It sounds like you're there, but you're not there. Go out and come back. See if that works. I'm there and then I'm not there. I don't.
Um,
You were muted.
what was that?
You were muted, I think.
Oh,
Oh, you're here. I
hey,
hear you.
hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Besides seeing that video today, this morning, that was interesting. There's so many people looking this man up and trying to find him because his story, there was also a YouTube clip that I haven't found yet that he was saying how they were watching a movie on the couch and she touched
Okay,
him.
so I I think that's the one I seen.
But
And I
then
don't know if
there's
it's the
also a
same
shower
girl.
story.
Yeah, I heard the shower story where she
Mhm.
walks in, gets in the shower, and then puts her hand on, or takes his hand and puts it on her hoo ha. And
Yeah.
like I said, as soon as somebody comes into the shed, there's not going to be no time to grab my hand. I don't understand that part. So that does kind of make me go, hmm. And then
Yeah.
he says, and I, but then the story never gets really told as to what happened in the shower, except for that
Mhm.
she stuck his hand there. Then he goes to, we're at the kitchen table, and I explained to her, this cannot happen, da 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 da. Well, something just seemed like it was missing. So then I started going through trying to find some other um, information on it, other videos or whatever. And I found this one where it's a YouTube video. Of course, it won't show his face. It green screens the whole thing on me, just like it was doing
Oh.
the other night. I don't know why in the hell YouTube's doing this, but anyways, it green screened it, but I can hear him talking. And
Mhm.
he's talking about some girl coming up to her. They were at, I want to say he said a soccer game or something. Anyways, and she came up and grabbed his hand, pulled it around onto her shoulder, and then put his hand on her boob.
Yeah, like it just the math ain't mathin'. And then I saw another clip of him saying how he wants to teach 10, 11, and 12-year-olds the art of making love. And I was like,
Oh
I'm
my
done.
god.
I
Yeah.
am done.
Yeah, you're going down, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
yeah. I mean in like I said back in the day, he would have never made it past saying it. I
and
mean,
just
he would have never got a video out.
the look on his face as he said it was like no emotion, no, like I was like, there's no way this is real. There's no way. And then somebody duetted it and then proceeded to say how he was incarcerated for, I believe they said 3 years, but like 3 years, like I don't, how, like how did he get out?
Oh, well, hell, you remember that people are killing people and getting less time than that. So let's be real here, because that's how that shit works. And let me tell you that in Idaho, it's like they protect pedophiles. They're
There should be
terrible
a,
for it.
yeah, there should be a color system in the prisons for pedophiles. Like they should come in with a certain color on, and whatever happens happens at this point.
Well, it used to be that if you came in and you messed with women or children,
Hmm.
those prisoners will take you out. The
Oh
problem
yeah.
is now you just got a bunch of freaks, and so or you got the one innocent guy who was sold a bag of pot, and for heaven forbid now he's spending 50 years in prison for it, because that makes
Hmm.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the prison system itself is so messed up. I can't even imagine how anything's really getting handled. I mean, come on, they couldn't even put a dude to death the right way in Idaho.
Yeah.
So his 3 years of I always say that when they go to prison, they come out worse.
They do, and it's wild. The prison systems in other parts of the country or even the world, like there's some that look like straight rehabilitation centers. Like their rooms are almost mini apartments, and they have resources to like get help,
Hmm.
and they don't reoffend on
Well,
any of what it is.
I kind of feel like it this way. First of all, when you're talking about throwing somebody in prison, I think it needs to be for a pretty drastic crime.
Hmm.
The shit that they want to throw a lot of prisoners or a lot of people in prison. Yeah, I mean, come on, let's see. Look who they're making felons.
Yeah.
It's This is just ridiculous. And but yet they'll throw somebody like that in prison and call them a felon, such as Donald Trump, but they'll let somebody out that's messed around with little kids like this creep after 3 years. That makes no sense to me. I don't understand it. It To me it seems like at this point you're staying there for life until you can prove otherwise. And
Yeah.
to me, something like that, if you've got that sick mind, I'm not sure you can be rehabilitated
Yeah, and
because
he kept
you're an adult and you're
mhm.
thinking that shit.
And he kept saying like, "Oh, I was so confused. I was so confused." First of all, you're an adult. You're talking about a 12-year-old child. What are you confused over?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not. It's just
I
again,
just
it's
don't
not adding
understand
up.
how it becomes a conversation with him in the way that he seems to want to conversate on it. Like, here, let me try to justify this in some way.
Yeah, and like for instance, you'll be on here and you'll get flagged over a stupid word, but this
Hmm.
man has platforms on different
Yep.
apps and pages, and he's not taken down. Like how? And he's able to just pop right
He's able
on,
to make money.
make a new account, and I'm just I
Well,
don't.
and he's making money. I mean, he's got 131,000 followers on TikTok. He's monetized.
They took the his main account down, but then he put up two others, and it only one of them showed I think 63 followers at the time, and then the other one that I did find, I mean, it only had like two videos and next to no people on it. So when one goes down, he's got another one coming up.
Well, and here's the deal. I'll bet you that he started his channel by doing the whole because his name is Black
That's right.
Sheep Tiny
Yep.
House.
Yeah, it's all the tiny
And
home.
yes, and so he did it. He got followers, I'm sure,
Mm-hmm.
from the whole tiny house thing. And a lot of people probably don't even go back and look. They probably don't even really follow him. I mean, they've subbed up to him or whatever, but they're not actually watching his stuff.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, how else could he have ended up with 130? You can't tell me that there's 131,000 people out there that think that what he's talking about with little kids is okay. I mean, I
Yeah, and
can't imagine they'd
I
follow him.
no, but also like there are, you know, closet creeps
Mm-hmm.
that put up a facade and they
Yeah.
do have platforms and they're just hiding behind the shadows because also, through YouTube, Facebook, all the platforms, um, you have like parents posting their kids. And innocently enough, you have families that share photos, and these people are saving these videos of children just, outfit of the day. And it's got like these little girls in like little belly shirts and bell bottoms. And like, and now that well, I mean, even before so, but now that I'm going to become a mother myself to a daughter, there's no way in hell. I already told my family, like, she's not to be posted anywhere unless I okay it because I don't need her out there. I also, I probably won't be posting her just for the fact that, like, I don't feel comfortable that the photo can't be pulled because once it's out there, you're giving permission for it to be a public entity. So anybody could do with whatever they want. It could end up on a website. You have creepy people that like, another reason why I didn't post much of my pregnancy bump pictures, sonograms really is because people will steal that, put it on websites, pretend that they're having kids of their own to scam people. Like it's just
Well,
social
I think
media
I
is not
understand what
it.
you're saying, but I mean, we're never going to stop it. We're just never going to stop it. I mean,
No.
understand that you could be walking down the street and a man can take a picture of your baby and you.
Oh yeah.
And it's all, I mean, that is the whole idea of being free and all of that. And I totally get it. And I'm not so much worried about that as I am about this kind of shit right here, and where the government seems to let it go. I mean, how many videos was he able to make before he was ever shut down? I mean, the
Hmm.
government's always got their nose in everything, yet they let this shit go on for how long?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, so if the government was really out to protect us, that shit would have never happened. They would have, they would have stopped him on the
Yeah.
first video.
Yeah. It's
But they also wouldn't have let him out after 3 years if he was messing around with little kids. If we really
mhm.
had a government that was trying to help us, the people, the
Yeah.
citizens, the kids.
Just like from a safety standpoint, I don't know.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, and I think that should be, your your choice as to whether if you
Yeah.
want her anywhere near anything like that. Now, I don't show tons of my grandkids on here. I will my kids because they're adults; it's no big deal. But my grandkid, I do post stuff on Facebook, not as much as I used to, but I do post stuff on Facebook. But I don't have tons um, of unfamiliar people on there. Most of
Yeah.
those people I do know. Now, I did start a business and did a business for a while off there. So there were some strangers that did come on, but slowly those people have kind of faded out and faded away on their own. And I've plucked them as I've gone along because I don't have that business anymore. So I've just completely, kind of walked away from it. But I that is where I always posted pictures so the family could see the kids and, all that
Yeah.
stuff. But it's definitely, I mean, this day and age, I can totally see why you're concerned about it all, honey. I can definitely.
Yeah.
Good
And just the
morning,
fact
12th man.
oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. And Jimmy, good morning.
Just the fact that like this man could like roam freely and park up his little tiny home wherever
Mm-hmm.
because it's mobile, like you could end up at RV parks or wherever, and
Mm-hmm.
there could be kids. I just it's just
But
wild
you
to
know
me.
what? This is exactly why I think people should really be concerned. We will be in a restaurant here. A couple of years ago, we'd be in a restaurant, and my daughter would say, "Sure, go ahead and go to the bathroom. You know, go. You can
Mm-mm.
go, Boog. You can go on your own." She was what, 11 at that point? No, she ain't going without us. Mom's just going to the bathroom. We're sitting right here. We can see the door. You can't see the back door, and you don't know who's in that bathroom.
Yeah.
So at that point, Kayla then realized, oh, you know what, Mom, that is a very good point. So, of course, immediately I just started sending shit, everything I could, had anything to do with little kids going to the bathroom, Mom not being there, and the next thing you know, they're gone or dead or molested or whatever. She
Yeah.
started to realize that, okay, I can't let that happen. I mean, we don't even let her walk to the bus stop by herself.
Yeah, there's
She's 13
people.
years old.
Yeah, no, everybody always jokes like, "Oh, you're an adult, you still buddy system." Yeah, yeah, I still buddy system because
Mhm.
it's you can't be alone out there. I had me and my sister when I visited home for my baby shower. We were just casually shopping. I literally used to work in this parking lot. There's a whole bunch of stores in there, and I noticed a guy, but it was like whatever he was pulling in. But then my sister, at the same time I noticed this man, I was like, wait, wasn't he just on the other side of the parking lot? And she was like, yeah, I think so. And then we noticed a van, and it was like two rows over, and the guy in the Mustang just so happened to pull three cars down from us and then followed us into the store. And I was like, okay, now he's been in two stores with us, and now there's somebody with a van. And I noticed as I'm shopping, he keeps popping up in all the sections. And I was like, all right, something's up. So we went outside, and not 2 minutes behind us, this man comes outside. And now the guy starts closing up the van. And I'm like, all right, we got to go. Like, I'm not going
Mhm.
to another store. I'm very uncomfortable. Something seems like my gut was just, It was
Well,
very
and
off.
anytime your guts, and this is the one thing that I always am big on, is your gut. When your gut
Hmm.
says you need to go, you need to go. I don't give a shit what kind of, I don't care what it's saying. I don't care how stupid it sounds. I don't care. Get your shit and get out of there.
Yep.
Don't mess around. And it doesn't mean that you're a big scaredy cat or did it. It just means that you are aware of your surroundings and something's telling you you need to go. It's better to be
Yeah.
safe than sorry. You can always go back. I'm a firm believer in that. And I hate to tell you, but now that you've now that you've got that little one growing inside of you, all that
Hmm.
stuff that you're feeling is like at 100 times. I'm sure you
Oh
already know
yeah.
this. It's like 100 times worse than it was before. And so because there's somebody else to worry about. It's one thing,
Hmm.
you know, you end up dead. It's another if your child end up dead. Now you got
Yeah.
to worry about the fact that you can end up dead because you got to make sure that you take care of your child. Plus, you got to make sure that your child's going to be okay. So,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, as a mom, it's just something else that you're going to worry about. The biggest thing is keep your head on a swivel
Oh
and
yeah.
don't let that fear override your senses because you you got to stay focused enough that you can do whatever needs to be done in
Hmm.
in that moment of
I mean, yeah, I've had gut feelings that I was, in my, mid 20s, your early 20s, out at a bar, and like I see a girl and a guy, and I'm like, something's off. I would walk up to her and be like, "Oh my God, how are you? Where is everybody? Let's go inside. Let's get together." Making up names. So and so should be here. I'd throw my arm around them and walk them inside. And 9 times out of 10, I would go to places that I knew I would get very friendly with bouncers. I would get very friendly with the bar staff. So they ended up knowing who I was, and I was a frequent flyer, not because I was some bar fly, but because I scoped out places that I knew where all the exits were. I knew where, who was around, what was going on. And then just now it's like a whole new thing of I'm going to be a mom. I'm doing this solo. I have no backup. Like
Mhm,
everything's on me. So
mhm,
now I'm like, I am so even more hyper aware just because of situations that I've seen, that I've been in, that I've gotten out of by the skin of my teeth.
mhm.
um and it's so everything's so much more heightened now because you know people are videoing and taking pictures, and it's not so much a snatch and grab. It's like they decide who they want, they'll send photos of who they want, and then you know it just
Yeah,
it's scary. It's
it
definitely
is.
scary.
It is. Mouse said, "I have seen it happen to a man and her boys.
Oh yeah,
To a mom and her boys.
they look
It's
at boys
just
too.
not girls.
Hmm.
Pics they're looking for. FBI knocked on her door and told her that the weirdo had copied it of her son's pics. Ugh.
Yeah, see, like that's just oh, and like for the FBI to be involved, like that had to go through avenues and
Mm-hmm.
so much, and for them to like get the footage and no, like, see, I just
It just amazes me though on what they're allowed to get away with something like this. Yet, the stuff that they're trying to put people in prison for that make absolutely no sense.
mhm,
It really frustrates the hell out of me.
yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna step away 1 second.
Go ahead. It's very, very frustrating. So I think I said, yes, I did. I said, hey to 12th man and Jimmy. How are you, Mr. Jimmy? 12th man. Um, yeah. So it's a it's a bit of a crazy world. I hate the fact that everybody has to be scared, but like I said, I don't want them to be scared enough that it blurs their vision to what's going on around them. Because you can be that scared that you're just white knuckled and you got tunnel vision, and you can't. You got to make sure that use common sense, keep your head on a swivel, and think about those little things that you never thought about before. Especially if you got little kids, them running down the aisle to the next aisle, that's all it takes for somebody to pluck them. So yeah. What else? Status. What's up? Smarmy world. Yep, a crazy smart. No shit. Hey, Bruce. What's up? How are ya? How you like how I gave you a raspberry when I said your name? I just gave you a little raspberry there with it. Um. So what else? It was almost 100 yesterday. I thought I was gonna melt. I was pretty certain I was gonna melt. And this weekend, we have my grandson's 2-year-old birthday party. Woohoo! Red, white, and 2 it is. Super cute stuff that we're doing for him. Can't wait. Love it that it's red, white, and 2, so everything's red, white, and blue, and all about America. Should be fun. We're even having cotton candy, and of course I had to look high and low for decent flossing sugar, because I know it's sugar. We shouldn't be feeding it to him, but it's his birthday. So, and then I found all natural flavoring for the ices, which is the snow cones, which is great because that means at least that's a little less sugar. And I found natural dyes to put in the ices, the snow cones. So yay. And it's supposed to be like 100 degrees this weekend, so it should be good having all the ices we can muster up. My daughter, the reason we're doing cotton candy is because she's making these red, white, and blue drinks. And on the top, for the blue part, it's cotton candy, blue cotton candy. And that's all she wants to make is the little bit of, like a bite of cotton candy for these kids. I'm like, you can't make a bite of cotton candy for kids. They want more than a bite. Well, I'm not going to stand there and make that like cotton. Fine, I will. I'm not. We're having more than just that. So yeah, we're having more cotton candy than just, because that's not right. It's not fair. We need it. We must have it. I was hoping I could go to the craft store and actually find some more. I should have probably ordered more, but I got pink and blue. That should be good, right? I try not to eat blue food. Yeah, me either. But I did, like I said, I tried to get everything natural, so as natural as I possibly could. Oh, Gigi, let him have cotton candy. Life is too short not to have. I know we got to have cotton candy. Everybody should have cotton candy. I'm very excited about it. I think they'll all have a ball. I got all these beach balls, and of course we have the slip and slide. So they should have a really, really good time. We probably should have got a little swimming pool and put out for the kids. I think that would have been good, but it's okay. It'll be fun. I'm very excited. We usually go. We don't necessarily go. Well, I go all out for my grandkids, but when my kids were little, we did a little for their birthdays, but nothing like we did for Christmas. So Birthdays were just, but now with the grandkids, oh hell yeah, we gotta go all out for them. We got him a tractor that he can pull because his mama is a horse trainer, and they get on the 4-wheeler and they drag her arena like, I don't know, a few times a week. And he gets on with the 4-wheeler with her and they watch to see how well it's, how well the rake or whatever it is dragging it. And he just enjoys that immensely. And so he has his bikes and he wants me to tie things to him all the time so that he can drag them along behind him. And he turns around and looks and like pays attention to where it's going. And just like if he was dragging the arena. So I figured that a tractor with the trailer was exactly what he needs. He's going to be thinking he's dragging everything. He'll be having a blast.
Sorry, Gigi, I'm back.
Yay.
Maintenance guy showed up.
Nice.
Scared the crap out of me, knocking on my door like the police. I was like, who's listening to me?
No doubt. What the hell? I didn't do anything wrong, I swear.
And then I had to waddle down the steps, and that took a minute. He's like, oh, you having a baby? And I'm like, no, I had a big meal. Well, yeah.
After my daughter had her daughter, it took my daughter a little bit to get rid of that weight because she'd gained a lot of weight. I mean, my granddaughter was over 8 pounds. So, I mean, she had, a half a human there and half full grown human. Yeah, she was huge. And, so it took Kayla quite a little time to lose the weight. And when we went into this 7-Eleven and the man said, she goes, do you have a bathroom? And he goes, no, but you pregnant, so for you can use our bathroom. She goes, I ain't using your bathroom. I ain't pregnant. She turned around. We laughed.
I don't even care. I would have rode that out. People used to accuse, when I had a flat stomach, I would eat and I'd get a little bloated and people would be like, oh, like I worked in retail. So I'm like, oh my God, when are you due? And I'm like, oh, I'm not, but when are you due? Like who says that? Like, if you don't factually know, don't say it. Don't comment. Just like my neighbors are like,
they look like they're 5 minutes from being delivered. Don't say it. Just don't say it.
I just finally got a little bump and one of my neighbors was like, oh my God, is there twins in there? And I was like, oh,
hey, Chief.
Oh, lady, if I didn't need to live here, you'd be eating your teeth right now. But yeah, I can't believe 8 pounds, but that's another thing. So I'm at the doctor, right? And I go for my sugar test because apparently I'm considered geriatric. It's a geriatric pregnancy because it's over 35.
Yep.
And they were like, oh, you're a little on, your weight is just something we're going to watch throughout the pregnancy for your frame. And I'm like, my frame? Like, I'm shaped like SpongeBob. Like, I got big boobs. That's it. That's all I got. So what frame are you talking about? And they're like, well, I fought with the doctor the last appointment because they couldn't get blood work done and then blamed it on me. They literally dug around in 2 veins. They hit them twice. And I was like, all right, enough. I walked out. Then I got in my chart, I looked and they put it through to the insurance as if they completed the test. So I called insurance and I was like, hey, BT Dubs, I think insurance fraud is going on. So then all of a sudden, I guess insurance called the doctor's office and they changed their tune. And I was like, I also don't want to see the doctor that I've been seeing. I want to meet my OB. I have yet to meet this woman.
I'd move to a whole different fucking office.
I wasn't being listened to, wasn't being heard. Like I was just, I'm uncomfortable. I'm done. So I finally meet the OB, right? So I'm thinking, oh, like this is going great. I had to prick my finger for 2 weeks, check my sugars, whatever. There was 2 days that the numbers were high because I am a fat ass overindulged and we were celebrating birthdays. If there's cake, I'm eating it. I don't care. So she's sitting there and she's like, she measures me. Now, mind you, I haven't had an updated sonogram since 20 weeks since the anatomy scan. And all these women that I see that are pregnant at the same time I am, they all have these all updated scans and they're checking fluid and they're checking all the things. And I've been asking almost every appointment, like, hey, can I get a sonogram? We'll talk about it next time. And the woman measures me, measures my stomach with a tape measure, and she goes, "Ooh," she's like, "Why?" When I went to her, I was 33 weeks in a couple days, and she's like, "You're measuring at 38 weeks," and I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "Ain't no way, lady," because 2 weeks ago I was on point. So how do I jump 5 weeks? I haven't. I'm not the size of an elephant. I haven't grown. How am I? And she's like, well, how do you feel about induction or C-section? And I was like, no. She's like, well, you're a little on the short side and we worry about big babies. And I was like, you just told me that my pregnancy has been perfect. Called it a unicorn pregnancy because she sees something come up other than normal symptoms. And she was like rattling off as if she was reading out of a medical book on induction, medications. I was like, first of all, I'm not doing you're not pumping me up with drugs. I'm not taking anything synthetic to kickstart anything. And then she goes, oh, well, we'll do it at 39 weeks. I was like, why can't you just wait a week for my body to do it naturally? Well, we're concerned. I was like, well, you might be concerned. This is the first time I'm meeting you. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. You just took 2 seconds to look at my chart. I was like, we're not planning around your schedule to have my kid. Because that's what it felt like. It felt like it was going to be like, I feel like it's like a conveyor belt situation. There's so many
That's
people.
exactly how they do that. That's exactly what they do.
Now you're going to come in this time. We're going to give you these meds. And if it's not going as according to our so-called hospital policies, which those policies are bullshit, they aren't even real, because I did the tour of the hospital and I got the policies, and nowhere in it the woman's office is there under their own ownership, I guess, like their own entity, and then the hospital is another one. So because it's like a outside doctor's office, I have to like pre-register and the whole thing. But the hospital prides itself on low C-sections, no inductions. They want you to go natural. So you're able to, they want you to be up at a bed. They don't want you laboring on your back. Your child goes on you for the first hour. They do not weigh, measure, do anything. It's literally just you and your kid. Your kid rooms with you unless you need a break or for whatever reason. They do have a nursery, but it's
you're not doing that.
It's a quarter of the capacity of what they said old nurseries used to look like. But I was just like, how is this? Like, I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I was like, we're not doing any of that. I'll see you next appointment when I get the sonogram and we'll go from there. After I have her, I'll go to the 6-week checkup and then I'm going to someone else because I'm too far into it at this point to find someone new to start over.
Well, let me just tell you, you're not. I had my second son in Idaho, but all of my prenatal care was done here in Oregon. So you can do it. I mean, it would take a little, and I totally understand why you're a little leery of it. But my deal is it seems like they tend to not be forthcoming with you. They like this whole thing of holding back. I mean, why aren't they telling you why they don't want to do another ultrasound? Why are they? I don't understand. It seems like they're not really wanting to give you any information. It almost seems like, I mean, you're talking with other women that are having these sonograms and done. So why is yours not being done? Something is,
I think it's insurance coverage because I didn't get a job here quick enough. I mean, I moved here and literally 3 weeks later, I was like, oh crap. I have the flu, but there's something else going on. And I found out I was pregnant. So I didn't have time to even get on a paid health care. I
Mm-hmm.
took state insurance. So I
Right.
feel that because it's state insurance, you're treated differently. And this happened not only here, um, this happened in when I lived in New York. There was a lapse. My father's union, when I was younger, there was something wrong with the insurance. They dropped everybody and then put them back on. But for a short while, I was going in for um, precancerous screenings, and I had to go see someone else in the office that took state insurance, and the difference of how I was treated from one doctor to the other was a complete 360. Like
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't, when I used to hear people say like, oh, I'm on state health insurance, it's different. And then, the woman, when I was at the doctor, she's like, if you're really not happy here, we could help you transfer to a clinic that takes your insurance. And right there, I knew I figured out all I had to know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to send
They're
me to a clinic that's going to send me to a shit hospital.
Well, it also told you that that one that was talking to you, they were going to treat you like shit because they considered you a lower form of payment.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, I want to see the OB. I don't want to see you anymore. Get out of my face. And she's like, well, I really don't want to end things on this way. I was like, get out of my face right now. Like, my whole left arm was swollen. I was uncomfortable. I started getting really hot because I wanted to rock this lady in her jaw. But I couldn't. I was like, we're done here. So I was like, let me give them another shot. And then when I was voicing my concern, she's like, well, I don't think she meant it in a malicious kind of way. I was like, listen, you're a doctor. You do this all the time. This is routine for you. This is not routine for me. So you need to remember, and your staff needs to remember, that people come in as first time soon to be parents, and it's not even an anxiety issue, because they also noted that they said that
Mm-hmm.
I'm anxious. I was like, I'm not anxious. I'm not batshit crazy. You're not listening. So me raising my voice at you isn't an anxiety issue. It's I'm avoiding hurting you.
Yeah. Well, and so what if you have anxiety? Maybe y'all ought to think about it and not give me anxiety.
Yeah.
Art says it's called defensive medicine. It's
Yep.
done to avoid malpractice. Yes, doctors hate me. Oh, they hate me too. Trust me. Oh, God, they
Doctors
hate
hate me because I call insurance and I rat you out. You're not, my name isn't going to be attached to your insurance fraud through your office.
me.
And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why they all of a sudden I asked for a sonogram, and then, oh yeah, we'll schedule that right away for you. Like,
Yeah.
okay, why did
Yeah.
it take me calling the insurance company and threatening your doctor for
Hey,
you
AMC.
to open your eyes?
Yeah. I
Hi,
it
AMC.
it blows me away.
I
And
also just think that people down
yay.
here they're used to, everybody down here is very polite and very, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm not like that. You piss me off, then we're not nice anymore.
Mm-mm.
You don't listen to me, I'm not nice anymore. And when it
Well,
comes
and we're
to
not
my health
talking about
and
yeah, we're not
and a
talking
child,
about the bugs in the yard. We're talking about my kid here. So there's
yeah,
a whole different set of rules comes into play. I
mm-hmm,
mean, how they treated me was one thing when I didn't have kids. How they treat me now is a whole different deal. And when I was pregnant, it was definitely. I mean, I was a mama. I'm still a mama bear. You just don't mess with my
yeah.
kid.
Even before, like, even kids that weren't my own, my friends' kids, my
Mhm.
little cousins, my nieces, my nephews. You come at them, you have to go through me first. Random kids that I saw getting, beat up on, yelled at. I don't play that. You're not going to do anything to harm a child, whether
Yeah.
it's mine or not. But now that it's mine, it's a whole, I will burn down
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yep. I'm the same way. That and old people. Fuck with my old
Oh
people
yeah.
either. Leave my old people alone.
Oh yeah. And anybody that's like handicapped, special needs,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to play with that either.
Nope. Nope. Anybody that can't fight for themselves,
Hmm.
basically.
I may
Yeah,
be short, but I could fuck a shin up.
that's right. That's right. Remember that dynamite does come in very small packages.
And then
If
she
you
kept
don't,
repeating like the fact that I have a small frame. I was like, that doesn't have. There's midgets that have, sorry, little people that have children that are average size. Don't come for me, lady.
mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, Art. That if you don't listen to me, you're fired. No, I don't work for you. You work for me. Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's what they forget.
Wait, what did AMC say? The Amish in Ohio sit outside until their water breaks before they go inside.
Yep. I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Especially now. I mean, I watched what they did to my daughter in law. They laid her down and said, just lay here till the baby comes. Well, she damn near died in bed before they finally went, oh, I think we got to take him cesarean. Mind you, he was only 6 pounds. He wasn't a big baby at all.
Yeah.
There was no reason for it. The
And
only reason there was
yeah.
was because they made her lay down from the time she got there.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you're literally you're supposed to first of all, people have had kids outside of hospitals and medical and healthcare systems and all,
Mm-hmm.
everything. And you're supposed to get the child out to allow your body to do what it's naturally supposed to do. You're supposed to rest, hydrate, and nourish. And as soon as you get into a hospital, they tell you, no, you can't eat anything, you can't do anything,
Yep.
because they're preparing you for surgery. Because if they have to put you under, they don't want you to aspirate the food that you just ate.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're not
So
prepping me for surgery. Like, it's not happening.
what's amazing to me is remember that you are supposed to hydrate when they want to take your blood. Why?
To have your veins ready to go.
Exactly. Yet when they put you in surgery, they're saying we don't want you to have anything.
Yep.
How
Because,
much
yeah,
fucking sense does that make?
because it's a liability, because they want to avoid you aspirating while you're under, because if they're moving you around and going, they're in your insides, they go through 7 layers, and they need to make sure that they automatically give you a epidural and a catheter, because they need to make sure that your bladder is completely empty, because when you go through a C-section, they need to make sure that it's empty, because there's been more times than not that they will nick a bladder and it could cause an infection.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to say that I just watched a show where Jake and Nicole off grid,
Mm-hmm.
they have raised one baby out off grid. They actually had that first baby in a hospital. They took that baby and kept it from them for 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
They could not get their baby back. Finally, when they got their baby back, they realized they were never going to deal with the medical world the way they had before. And so when she got pregnant this time, mind you, they didn't even know she was having twins
Mm-hmm.
until she went into labor and gave birth to one, and they thought she was delivering the placenta, and she delivered another baby. So
Yeah.
she did all of that off grid. So when people are like, no, you got to go and have 17 doctor's appointments and you got to make sure you run all these tests, the fuck you do. No, you
No,
do
you don't.
not.
And like, my thing is, I don't need all the appointments. I literally go in, they put the pressure cuff on me and take my weight, and then I leave. And I'm like, this isn't making sense, because everybody else that I know, you automatically get a UA. They check your protein, they check
Mhm.
for when you're older, they make sure that you're checking for preeclampsia, for for all the things. And I'm like, I haven't gotten any of that. Mind you, I don't want all the tests. I don't. There's a lot that I refused. There's vaccines that they were trying to push on me that I refused, because I don't need it. Also, everything in the hospital, I told them, she's literally going to come out and that's that. You could do the foot prick on the card, but that's it, because that just tells you if there's anything that needs to be treated
No,
right away.
that you know what that does? That
What?
gives them your child's DNA so they can put it in their little catalog. That's what that PKU does. Just so you know.
Oh, well, maybe she's not getting that now. But the vitamin K shot, there was a study done. If you do, it's called optimal. There's delayed and optimal cord clamping. Optimal is when you literally wait until the cord stops pulsing. It is completely white. As long as the baby gets all the blood from the placenta, you do not need the vitamin K shot. They scare you and tell you, oh, but if the baby has a brain bleed, you got to sign this paper that said that you denied that shot. And if the baby dies here, that's on you. I forgot the name of the medication. I call it the iGoop. That is, if they put that on there, if you have a STD or some sort of infection, and it causes more harm than good and could cause blindness in children because they don't need it. And what's the other one? And Hep B. Why is a child getting Hep B fresh out the chute?
Why are they getting any of it? Why are they getting any shot right out?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Let's remember that babies have an immune system from their mamas that lasts them through an entire year. Actually, they say 5 years, but definitely the first year. There is no reason. Do you know why they say to give it to the kids the first year? To program the parents into bringing them come the next year. They don't want the parents to get out of whack and not to get in a routine of bringing their kids in for shots. That's why. And let's not forget how many of them are harmed by those. Let's remember, this is not medical. This is not medical advice. This is just my opinion. Thank you very much.
But also, there's I don't know how new it is. I'm reading up on all the shots. So when I am in front of the pediatrician, which I found a pediatrician that, according to reviews and mothers, is very lax on vaccines. Like, you don't want it, you don't have to get it. I'm not pushing it. I don't care,
See you later, AMC.
And bye, AMC. There's a new combo vaccine. So you know how they have like the MMR, and that's, multiple shots or whatever. Have you heard about that Vaxilis? Have you heard of that?
No.
It has diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis.
Oh, yes, I have.
Polio, hemophilus, and Hep B. I'm like, are you shitting me? So now, because to a parent, it's like, oh, it's one shot. No.
Much better.
It's 6.
That's what they're thinking. Much better.
It's 6. Are you insane? So now you don't know what your kid just got.
Yep. Or what made him sick.
Yep. And, and then when you go in with a newborn, they're like, oh, it's just an oral shot. It's not really a shot. It's just oral. But then they're coming in with a tray with 3 needles. What did Art say? One of my doctors used to say, you'll get better or worse no matter what I do. The only real difference is how comfortable you will be in the process. Yeah, no, I'm not.
I regret giving my kids any immunizations.
That's what my mother said.
If I would have known what I know now, my kids wouldn't have gotten any. None.
My parents went, and when they were doing the flu shots, my parents were like, we'll get it and we'll see what happens. I'm not giving it to the kids. And both of my parents got it same day, and both of them were down for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sick as dogs. We were little, so we had family helping out, but my mom's like, nope, we're not doing that. So no flu shots. What's the other one? Chicken pox. The whole block. We were living in Brooklyn. All the kids played. So all the older kids played. Me and my brother were 6 months, 8 months old. We got chicken pox. Now that's in my system. So why do I need a vaccine? Just like as an adult, they did blood work and they're like, "Oh, you need a booster. Your one of the parts of the MMR was low." I was like, "No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I don't. I'm an adult. I'm not doing that." And the hospital that I was going to work at, they're like, "Well, then you can't work here." I was like, "Well, then, but okay, fine."
So my son, well, my daughter-in-law's one of her uh, clients is also somebody that my son went to high school with, and they're pretty good friends. And they have 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And the last little girl they have, she is a year older than my grandson. And her mama was taking her in for all the immunizations as normal, per protocol, blah, blah, blah. This little girl ended up with epilepsy.
Oh no!
And what they figured out is she has a deleted gene, and that's why she has the seizures.
It triggered it. Oh, that poor
They
kid.
take no more shots. None.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doctors can make a difference, but their impact is limited, and most practice defensive medicine, i.e., is unnecessary tests, meds, etc., to comply with the standards of care. Yeah. So we can do what the insurance wants. Because that's, let's be honest, it boils down to, a bunch of scientists in a lab that decided this is what all we need. And then it goes on to, let's give it to the insurance and they'll decide whether it's something we need or not.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm done with all of it. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm done with all. Just let me die. I don't want to do none of their shit. I'm not into it at all. I do believe that chemo and radiation killed my mother. Straight up.
Yeah. Just like they were trying to force me when I first, because obviously they get your records from your previous doctors, and I have come up with precancerous cells. I've gone for mammos, I've gone for colposcopies, so I've had biopsies, and I was young, so I would go every 6 months, and I just couldn't do it anymore of getting the scans, waiting for the results, doing the whole thing, and they're like, oh well, if anything comes up, we have like medications instead of you could take a pill instead of doing, if it does come up cancerous, and I was like, I'm not whatever it is, it is. I'm not going to cut more time down if, God forbid, anything does come up. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to be stuck in a chair, hooked up to tubes and IVs. And I don't want to live like that. And I was young. They told me I couldn't have kids. Look at me now. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I
Well,
mean? Just,
they were trying to make it to where you couldn't have kids, but you wouldn't go in and get chemo and everything else that they wanted you to do. I'm sure they had other things for you they'd liked you had done. I mean, hell, now they do a chemo in a pill form. Just take this.
yep.
It's okay. So what that it's frying your insides? You'll never know it until it's already done and over with. Till you're in.
Yeah. You take one thing and you go, like, for instance, my mother, after she had my sister, they're like, oh, you're a diabetic. But she's been on every possible medication that, they threw at her. And she was like, I'm done. And in the last year, maybe a little less than that, I think it's about like 10, 11 months, she's lost over 120 pounds because they kept telling her, go on this diet, take this pill, do this.
Mhm.
And she couldn't lose weight. And she's like, I don't understand, because as a family, we all went on a diet, all of us shrunk, and she was getting sicker. So she goes in and she loses weight, and she notices on her neck that there's 2 lumps. And lo and behold, she's got 2 calcified uh, tumors that they were able to biopsy. They can't do surgery because of the damage that's done. If she goes under, they don't know what's going to happen, because she's got congestive heart failure and kidney issues now because of everything that's over the past 30 years it's been with all the medications and everything. So they're just going to leave them in there. It is cancerous, but they're not going to touch it because if it accidentally opens up,
There you go.
it's there's no backsies with that. It's going to spread everywhere.
Well, they say that that's what makes cancer spread is oxygen. And so when they open it up, they
Mhm.
say, I listened to one doctor that talked about how the minute they open them up, that's why it spreads. So when they're always so determined in let's cut this shit out, it'll be gone. No, 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 it won't.
Yeah. So now the
And
doctor.
I hate to tell you, but tell me one person that's made it through cancer. Tell me one.
Yeah,
But
and it
going
always
by
comes
what the
back.
doctors say.
It always comes back. I'm like, did it
Yep.
ever go? How do you know?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know how to read tests. We
Mm-mm.
don't know how to do any of that. So how do we know what's being reviewed and regurgitated back to us is accurate? We're literally going blindly into test results. So how do we know what's really going on?
Yeah.
So my mom's doctors are they're collectively working together now and slowly getting her off medications one by one and making sure that like her everything's in working order. So,
Mm-hmm.
nothing like organs don't start failing on her.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I tell my daughter, when you have something wrong, I'd just soon you go to a naturopath doctor to tell you the truth.
My thing, like my mom knows when something's up because unless a limb is falling off, I'm not asking to go to a doctor. I'm not asking to
Yeah.
go to a hospital. There was one time I literally was on my hands and knees and crawled into her bedroom and was like, something's wrong. This isn't a pulled muscle. And I went to the hospital and I had a double kidney infection.
Uh huh.
And that's how she, excuse me, that's how she knew something was wrong. Because even look at what my accident, I went until my arm could no longer function. And I went in and they're like, how have you been functioning for the past 3 years? I have no choice
Without you, people.
because I wasn't going to physical therapy 3 times a week for 3 years. I'm sorry, but there's people that are like, physical therapy works great for me. And I'm like, that's cool for you. But after my surgeries, I went back to work. At literally my one surgery, I used my vacation time. I set myself up. I got the nerve moved in my elbow, relocated. They stitched me up, threw me in a cast, and I drove my happy ass 2 hours to work all week. I showed up at work and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, they're like, "Did you fall or something?" I was like, "No, I used my vacation for surgery because I knew you wouldn't give me off and I don't have time to waste. So I got paid to get my surgery."
Thank you very much.
Like, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the same way. I literally had an allergic reaction to an antibiotic and laid on the bathroom floor dying while my daughter laid there holding my head, and I refused to go to the hospital. And actually, Marvin came and knocked on the door and said, "Okay, I'm headed to Idaho. Hope you get to feeling better. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye." Mind you, I couldn't even see him. My eyes were swollen shut.
And like,
Bye, honey. Love you too.
it's wild because even now, I learned what Braxton Hicks are.
Mm-hmm.
That was super fun. Sitting there
Mm-hmm.
the other day and like my sister, like I've heard people say like, "Oh, it's so painful. It's whatever," and I'm like, "No, my stomach just looked like a weird shape, and it got rock hard, and then it let go." But I think just my tolerance level for pain being that I've been through multiple different surgeries, eye surgeries, spine surgery. Like I've done it. So I think it's just it doesn't phase me anymore. but it also doesn't stop me either. Like I just kept on doing the laundry. I was just like, you just got to keep trucking. I don't know. It's just very,
Mhm.
also people, they turn around and they look at you. And I noticed when I'm out and about, people, oh, do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? And I'm like, I'm not handicapped.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm pregnant, not an invalid. Come on.
yeah, everybody, now people do nesting parties where people come over and help you set your house up. I
Oh,
have
God, that
everything
would
in
be.
order. I put furniture together. I did that.
Oh yeah, first one you always do that shit. Wait till the second, third one you won't be doing that shit.
Well, I think that,
You'll
I
be like, I
mean,
need help.
I'm I'm older when she gets here, whether it's because my birthday is the 12th, September 12th, her due date is
she's
September 13th.
Yeah, she's due this. She's coming the 16th though on my birthday. Just so
So,
you know,
oh, please don't make it any longer.
it'll be fine. It's only 4 days. Come on, you can do it.
My boobs can't grow anymore. I don't want to keep growing.
Well,
I,
um,
I'm, I'm going through the
well, they
alphabet
have
here,
they have a
Gutter.
milking machine for that.
I'm going through the whole alphabet here. I can't. I can't.
Ah, God, I remember that.
That
I
shit, and
hated it.
it's expensive. After you get out of the D's, oh no, no, no. It's like $60 for a bra. I'd rather no. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
And
that's crazy.
yeah, no.
It's like going for haircuts now. It's like, well, you can go in and have this chintzy haircut for $30. Oh, right. No, you know what? I guess I'll just save for the $100 haircut and go in, and then maybe I, won't have to come home and cut it myself.
Yeah, the amount of bras that I have broke through the first and second trimester, I was like, I'm done. I can't do this no more. I hit H and I was like, I'm not buying any more bras. It's
Oh, cow.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's
My cousin went and had a reduction done, and then she had another kid. I went, dude, you should have been done. I mean, you don't go get a reduction and then go have them grow more to produce food
yeah,
because that's
no.
not going to work.
And after the and I was in the process before I left New York of because you have to go, there's like a whole mess of things that you have to go through to get a reduction if you don't have kids. And I had just got cleared and moved.
Actually, they did it for my cousin's daughter. Um, hers were so bad, they finally ended up doing it. They live in Washington,
Hmm.
and she finally was able to do it at 16 years old. She was able to get a reduction.
Oh wow.
I mean,
He
she
probably
looked.
had really bad back problems
Oh
then.
my gosh, it was awful. I felt so bad for her.
As mine, they kind of pushed it to the definite yes after I got
Mhm.
my neck surgery because they said that could have hit that could hinder the weight of them could hinder the healing process. But I had no choice. I couldn't wait for one over the other.
Right.
I needed my arm back, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to wait that out. But I'm kind of glad I didn't push for it now because I am having a baby now. But it's just men don't have to deal with this stuff, and I sometimes wish I was a man.
I know. I
Guys have it
remember doing
so
it.
easy, even like to dress. They don't have to think about nothing.
So I've
But
been
yeah,
trying to get my logo done.
how's that going?
Ah, fuck. So frustrating. So I hired this company to do it. Um,
Okay,
and first he wanted to sell me, he wanted to upsell me on, oh, you need a website and you need this and you need that.
of
No, I
course they
don't.
want to do that.
I ask you for a logo. That's what I need is
Yeah,
a logo. That's all I need. Okay. If I need something else, I read you. You know how I found you? Because I went to your website and I know what, can do.
Offer,
But
yeah.
I picked I wanted to do the logo. That's what my budget's for. That's what I want to do. I mean,
Hmm.
I hate being rude, but I just got to the point where it was like, I need you to, I don't want none of the other shit. I just want the logo. Well, then I worry like what kind of product I'm going to get after, you know, after they, after I have to be so blunt. Um,
Hmm.
I worry about what I'm going to get. Well, I told them I am available. Oh, this was the other thing. You had to do this extensive questionnaire. It took me a couple hours. They're like, don't rush through it. Make sure you write everything that you want. So, I mean, I spent 2 hours on this damn form going over everything, making sure I didn't forget anything. And then this guy, he'll text me and say, are you busy?
Oh.
Okay, I told you that these are the days that I'm busy. Okay. And from this time to this time, I am busy. I cannot talk to you
Hmm.
while I am busy, dude. But they can't seem to get it. I don't know. It's very
I
frustrating.
wonder. I wonder what was on the questionnaire because I had used a forgot what the site was called, but it was an AI filter that you literally just put what you want, what down to colors, shapes, what you want in the background. You want shelves. You want all the. So you put it in, and it auto generates like 30 different logos, pictures,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I mean, after a while of using the site, it tells you like, oh, you got to pay for it or whatever. But if you like did the pro one, I wonder if that's what he's using, and that's why there was such a questionnaire of like, what do you want, or like all the things.
Yeah, well, and I understand that, they want all that information. They've got to get it, they've got it so they know exactly what you want. I even sent them the two um, that I had. Like, I'll
Austin
do the one with
said,
the glasses or the ones with the other logo. I like seeing your pretty face as a thumbnail. Oh, thanks. Well, and that would be great, but they don't go very well on T-shirts, and I'm not sure that everybody wants to wear my T-shirt or my face around on their T-shirt. So that's why I figure we better come up with something a little different. So what I did was I sent them those ones that I had worked on before, the brandy glass with the legs upside down, that
mhm,
shit. And then I sent them the one with the flaming legs and the high heels.
yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at, waiting for them to get back to me. Of course, he just texts me and says, "How are you today?" Well, I'm great. I didn't realize we came best buds, but yay, I'm kind of busy. What you need there, buddy?
He's probably chilling in his mom's basement in a Barker lounger.
Oh my God, no doubt. That would be my luck. I think he finally got the hint, though. I hate to be rude, especially. I mean, I I'm gonna ask him for something. I need to. You can't be rude and then expect to get something nice after you've been rude to somebody. So I really tried not to be, but damn, dude. After about 40 questions, that I was like, "Did you read my questionnaire? Did you actually read all the shit I wrote?"
Yeah, like, did you just give
Because
me busy work like we're in school?
right, because he said to me, he kept asking me the questions I'd already asked on, or I'd already answered on the fucking questionnaire, like, um, "What's your website?" I don't have a website. Okay. Well, what's your merch store? Do you need, you need help with your merch store? No, I told you in the website everything about the merch store. Everything.
Hi, Arby.
Arby, can't change what you are. I hate to be rude. Can't change what you are. That's right, Arby. You can't. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with
Oh,
it. Yeah, I just, I don't know. Like I said, he was a nice man all in all, but when you get that pushy, then I get pushy right back. And trust me, my pushy is worse than your pushy. You don't want to go there.
yeah.
Because, I mean, I didn't even get all that rude. I was just kind of snappy. Like, you do understand that I already answered all these questions.
Be like, my guy, you're doing too much. It's a freaking
No
logo. I'm not asking you to
doubt.
drop a will.
Right. I'm not asking for those. What do they call those? Your family. What do they call it?
What, like a family crest?
Yeah, I'm not asking for family crest. I just need a fucking logo.
Oh
I can't talk.
no.
I'm putting eyeliner on.
No Agenda Podcast uses viewers, artwork, and AI images. I think a lot of them are really funny or creative. Nobody else has anything like them. They're kind of like a one image comic script, but a thumbnail. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely I'm hoping I made only a couple changes. In fact, I should show everybody what I did or what
Oh
they have for
yeah.
me. I showed it, I think, on TF's channel the other night. So I better at least show it here. Okay.
You showed somebody else before us? Oh,
Plus, I always like, I know, I know. Well, I was trying to get. They just sent me the email, and I'm like, oh, I need opinions, and I need them right now. And TF was going live, so I was like, oh, perfect. Looky there, that worked out just great. Come on, you piece of shit. Marvin finally said last night, I think it's time we get new computers. I'm like, yes, thank God. I think I'm gonna do a PC though. I almost think this laptop is kind of a pain in the ass. The only
you've
problem
been running
is
on a
then when I go on the
laptop this whole
road,
time?
I'm gonna have to do everything from my phone unless I get another laptop, and I ain't got that kind of money. Oh my God, Gmail's taking forever to open up. There. Okay, here we go. So he did 4 of them, and we had to pick. I had to pick from the 4. Now, there's 2 of them I actually like. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get both of them, but I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably charge me another $100 for the other one too, which is not going to be.
Art, what
Come
kind of
on,
business
why the
did you
fuck aren't
run?
you opening up? I could have drove.
Huh?
Well, it was just an online. I did. Well, I did business. I did. I had a jean business for one that my daughter and I did. That was super fun,
Okay.
and it was basically my way of going, "Fuck you, go ahead, fire me, do whatever you want, but I'm gonna go do what I want now, and I ain't gonna work for nobody else." So that's when I decided I was gonna sell jeans, and it was super fun. And then the business that I got the jeans from went down. They got sued. It was Bling Jeans.
Oh, I heard of
Super
them.
fun. The jeans sold themselves.
Yeah. How is there 16
Yes.
people watching and only 5 likes?
And we actually had a blast doing it. I know. Come on, you guys.
17 people
What do we
watching
got? A
now.
bunch of
Everybody
lurkers
hit
here.
that thumbs up.
Okay, so
Come on, we could do better than 5.
that's right. Hit it. Piss YouTube off. Hit that like.
Slacking.
That's right. Okay. Here is the logos that I'm looking to have. Well, that I'm looking at anyway. As soon as it decides to come on, boy, it's slow today. Okay. Can you see it yet?
Oh, okay.
So I like this one. The only thing that everybody plus myself has decided that we don't like is the color of the brandy because it doesn't look brown. It needs to be a
Yeah.
brown color versus the red.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't like that skirt on her legs in the back. I want that skirt so it doesn't show. So they can either move the ice cubes up or take the skirt away. I don't care which. Everything else about it, I do like.
Yeah.
I like the lettering. I really would rather had a large G for the G, but I'll make the compromise. Because if I don't, then I have to change. Like, see, I like that G better, but I don't like that font on that one, and I hate that outline of that yellow.
I
Ugh.
I think I agree with
I go.
Flatty. Like the ice is, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the color throwing me off.
The ice needs to float, and that may be the. I may need to change that part of it as well, and I can at when it comes back. I thought I would wait till it comes back because when it comes back and the skirt's removed and the colors changed, I think it might go, but I want to see that first. The
Hmm.
only reason that I don't have them, like if they twisted them a little bit, it would be fine, except that when you're doing a lot of merch and stuff, a lot of times having it even on one side and the other kind of helps. Like when you're
Yeah.
making stuff. So I totally get that, but I mean I would be okay if the ice cubes stayed there, but I'm with Flatty. I would rather have them floating. So
Yeah.
this is my fave. Um, and the only thing that I didn't like about this one is I don't want the flames in the back.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
want
that
just the
just
logo.
yeah.
But I love everything about it. I like the font. I like how they changed up the font when they put the pub in. I like that. I love the flames. I like her butt. I like the lay. I like it all. I might have had the heels a little thinner on the sole, but it's okay. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So then the other one, this one I didn't. I don't like the letter. It's just too. I mean, that's all they changed was the letters, and they flipped the legs around. So I
Yeah.
don't care for that one because I don't like the font.
Yeah, I don't like the legs going that way. I like it the other way for some reason.
I know, me too. I feel like she's walking backwards that way.
Yeah.
We're not going backwards. We're going forward.
Yeah, and like the font,
So
it
yeah.
looks like it's supposed to say
I
guitar,
think it's
not
going to be
gutter.
this one. That other one. Yeah, you're right. Like if I was a music channel, that one would probably be really cool.
That
Or a racing
yeah.
channel, that one would be great. Hey, Wanda. Yeah, so I'm this is the two that I'm this one and that one. So not that yellow outline thing. I don't like that.
Yeah,
So
no.
yeah, that's where we're at. I'm hoping. Oh,
I feel
Wanda
like
said
the
no ads.
thighs I feel like the thighs and like the butt could be a little thicker. But
On the flames.
yeah, because I feel like if
Yeah.
I keep looking at that the leg that's back, it looks like it disappears. It's very thin, but I feel like if they gave it a little bit more thickness and a little bit more butt, I think it wouldn't throw off the heels as much as you think it does. Like the heels would work better if like her
Well,
thighs and her butt were thicker.
the only reason I don't like the heels because I personally don't like those thick soles on the bottom. That's why I don't. I was kind of looking for that more daintier, but on the other hand, with the font, I felt like these heels did go good. It kind of gave that I don't know. Like I may think I'm dainty, but I'm not. So dainty
Yeah,
heels probably aren't for me.
I'm not. No, I'm too accident prone to be dainty. I need bubble wrap and a helmet.
Yeah, so it's I love having your guys' input though because it makes me like I could say to them, "Hey, can you thicken up her butt a bit?"
Yeah. because I feel like it would, if the butt and that thigh was a little bit thicker, it would give more depth for the color, and the flames wouldn't get like washed away. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
more so the flames are coming off the leg, not, I don't know.
Yep, I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oilers, looky here. How are you,
Just woke
Oilers?
up.
Oilers? Little bit, little
Just
bit.
woke up.
Oilers.
Hi, how are
Just
you?
woke up.
Yeah.
It's 10
Yeah,
o'clock in the
I
morning.
like that logo. I know. I slept in. I was up
You were
because
up
it was
late fighting with TF, weren't you?
no. Yeah, I like that. I like that logo. But I'm wanting to know though, is it possible for Joey to etch them into the glass though, instead of it being painted on though?
Well, that would be cool, but I'm sure it would be wouldn't be cost effective, but I'm sure that he could definitely. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he has like a hookup for etching, but that would be cool.
Yeah, and actually now, some of the companies there they actually have color etching that they're trying. I know at a few things there, so I'm not sure if that's feasible. But have them look into all kind of things like that because the paint on the glasses, I noticed that they come off real easily there, and then there's some paint on some of the glasses that they
Have you
hardly
talked to
ever.
Joey?
Have I talked? No, I haven't.
Okay, you
I
need to let him know all of those things. Will you email him? He really really
yeah,
wants to know anytime that something is defective or anything like that, so he can have that changed
I
and
can't
fixed
see
yeah.
right
the
away.
Oilers base. The
Was
comment.
that?
The
Oh,
comment
sorry.
at the bottom is completely covering him.
She, little
Oh,
bit has to. She's a facial person. She got to see your face.
oh, who's this? Hi, little bit. Nice to meet you.
The
I don't
hi,
think
nice
we've
to
met.
meet you. No, I pretty
Yeah,
much stay in the shadows, but it's Friday, so I come out.
That's right.
yeah.
We let her out on Fridays.
They let you out of jail on Fridays.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm a free elf today.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I just thought of it as something, maybe something a little bit different and that, and so that's
Yeah.
why um,
Well, and that is kind of a good idea. I would love. Joey is probably actually listening. I'm surprised he's not up here,
mm,
but
not yet.
totally understand. Yeah, I mean, I know he's busy.
So now Joey
Oh
makes them
yes.
himself. He produces everything.
No, he
His
has a
sweat and
company.
blood goes into it there, believe me, a little bit there. His sweat, his blood, everything goes into it there. That's why when you get it, it is just fresh. He's the one that makes the glass shine.
Aw.
No, he does. He has a company that he works with, and they have really. I mean, like if you get a shirt from them, their quality is just impeccable. And what I like about them is they seem to be willing to understand. Hey, the paint came off or whatever. Like I have not. I've had my. I wash my coffee cups probably. Well, I have two of them, and I wash them. Well, 4 times a week
Hmm.
each one. So because I use one day and then I use the other one the next day, and usually it's one or the other that I'm using, or so I also have my Gutter Girl cup that came from Mishka. Ooh, I love it. So and they've never came off. So
Really? Wow.
yeah,
Um,
off of my
the
coffee
shirt,
cups.
the shirt is good. The glass, the stem glass that I got with the Vicks on it there is good. I mean, but I just was thinking of maybe etching, and trying something different and they're testing out color etching here in Canada. They're finally allowing it there, for God's sakes. And it's like, really? It's like, come on. Like, well, we thought it was poisonous. This is the government's. We thought it was poisoning.
It's going on
Etching,
the outside of the glass.
yeah, it's going on the
You're not going
outside.
to lick it.
And they said, and I'm going like, Like we have such a crazy government here in Canada. And hi, Flatty. I know she said hey Oilers, and I did say
Yeah.
that. So
Your government is there to protect you,
no, they're
like our
not.
government is here to protect us.
Oh yeah, they're doing great.
That's
Yeah,
a joke. That's a complete freaking
yeah,
joke.
haha.
I don't buy it. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something
Yeah,
good to eat. You know,
yeah,
like really like.
that's what they're doing.
Yeah, the
They're
success
tricking us.
rate is so far up to par, like baptizing a cat.
Well,
No,
now they're hyping us all up here in Canada that there's going to be another kind of like a COVID, but it's not called COVID. And they said that everyone
Oh,
should be, and so, oh yeah, people are like, they're not
well,
buying it. No
all
they're
you
health
do
authority
they're
because
calling
that monkey
there's
something, isn't it?
no, there's like a couple that I heard. Now they're saying that there's a flirt variant because when I was doing the hospital tour,
no,
they were like, "Oh, if you come in with the sniffles or whatever, like you have to be in labor wearing a mask." I was
no,
like, "Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
funny."
no. Little bit. This is different. This is a deadly flu. It can kill you.
Oh yeah, the
Like
flu the
it's a
flu came up
deadly
too.
one.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
It's a
Sure it is.
deadly.
Like
It's a
COVID.
deadly like like COVID. And
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. That
the
Yep.
was terribly dangerous, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
that cold was terrible.
Yeah, that was awful. We all
hmm
coughed and couldn't smell nothing. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Had a headache, felt like
The mo-
shit. Oh, wait, that was the flu.
yeah, the most I did was sleep.
Yeah.
But
I
here's what
felt
I
like
don't
shit,
understand.
but
Here's what I don't understand is apparently it's going to hit Canada really, really hard, really, really bad,
mhm.
and that's probably
Convenient.
why they're letting all these immigrants in here.
That's
But here's
right.
here's the other thing too is apparently they said we're working on a vaccine. But we're waiting for it to come. Well, how are you working on a vaccine if you
Uh-huh.
don't even know what the symptoms
Uh-huh.
or anything are like? It's like
No.
I don't get this, and so I've
It,
been digging deep into this there and noticing that the Trudeau family name everywhere on this, like they are investing. So
well, I was going to say,
Yeah,
if you want to know what the next, if you want to know what the next outbreak is, then you go look and you see what Bill Gates has invested in, and you'll know what the next outbreak is. That's
yeah, but
exactly
not
it's
how it is.
only
Trudeau. It's Trudeau's investment this time. I think he's going to capitalize
Oh no, Bill
because
Gates already has. Bill
but
Gates has already
he's on
cashed
it already.
in on the COVID thing, and now he's moved on to. I want to say it's the monkey thing.
Yeah, but did you I also recently heard again I this was last night because I don't sleep anymore. It's a good time. So I also heard that a lot of the companies that made the jabs, like Johnson and Johnson, all them, they're investing and or creating stuff for your heart, like pacemaker kind of situations and vaccines that go straight into your heart. I'm
Oh,
like,
that
are
sounds
you
fucking perfect.
are you shitting me right now? Like, what? Yeah, let's just mainline some shit right into
Oh
like
my
what?
gosh.
Yeah, there it's yeah.
That's amazing to me.
And it started off with somebody in the video. They were like talking about like get right with God. The end is near. And then I was like, how serious can I take this? And then there was articles popping up as they were talking, and I was like, oh shit, this is recent. This is
Yeah.
this year. And I was like, oh no.
wow. Like I mean, I'm so baffled as to um, how they're trying to get how they're getting away with it, and not only that, there is that but you know what though, Canadians are not that dumb because right now they're like yeah right, and all provincial health people are saying that's a load of bullshit. It's not going to happen. We're not closing down our province. We're not doing anything like that. And for the first time, actually, finally BC, British Columbia, as premier, actually got some balls and said, well, we're just going to wait for it to happen, but we're not going to close down. And said, so if you're wanting us to have a plan to close down and submit it, we're not going to do that. And said, nice try, game over. That's what he told Trudeau. Like, and that's what I thought was good there. And of course, Danielle Smith. I think Gutters would love Danielle Smith there. And she said, yeah, she says, I tell you what you do with your vaccine, flu, whatever it is. And she goes, how about jab it up your ass? She says 100 times there. She says, then we'll talk. She says, once you've done that, she said, everyone in government should have it 100 times, and then we'll talk. She's hilarious though, and she just tells it like it is there. Like Chrystia Freeland went to her and said, "You need to pay $4.8 million in back taxes and that." And she says, "Yeah." She says, "Get out of my office there. I'm the finance minister for the federal government there." And she said, "Get." And so you know what she did? She phoned the police and had her removed from the office. And she said, "Get her out. I'm busy working for Albertans. I could care less what you hear there. But we need to have a meeting." And she says, "Then schedule one, and I'll be happy to. But I'm booked up for the next week or so." She said, "So you need to book ahead of time there." No, I am. My name is Christopher. I'm the finance minister, deputy prime minister. You can make time for me there. You can drop with your appointments. She goes, I'm helping constituents. They're more important than you are. She said, so goodbye. Have a good trip back to Ottawa, and don't come back without an appointment. So she's a hard ass. Like if you actually watch her speak, Gutters, that's who you remind me of. Is like like she is really like hardcore, and most premiers are starting to follow her attitude. Like now the guy for Winnipeg, Trudeau was supposed to have a meeting with him there, and the last minute he dropped out and said, "I'm not having a meeting." Even though the guy, he was in the air. He said, I was in the air coming to see you. And that's nice. He said, well, you could leave. You get back on your plane and go. Like now people are really like, they're like fed up. They're fed up with the Trudeau and his cabinet crappy ass ministers.
Yeah, I think
Listen. Oh my
we
goodness.
just need to make sure that the Canadian and Americans are on the same page when shit comes to shove, and we got to do what we got to do. So make sure you get all your friends up there ready, and do whatever you can do. You can do it. You don't have to necessarily have the same things we have. Being say you can't have them. It's okay. There's other things.
Can I address Austin S.'s comment? It says, Canada's healthcare saved my life more than a few times. I was born with pneumonia.
Well, they're probably the one causing it.
You know what? Our healthcare today and for the past 7 years has been absolute garbage. So, and they're trying to push it in the States where we need to follow Canadian health laws. No, you don't. And the reason why is because it's the shittiest healthcare you could ever think of, because it's in arrears. And whoever inherits this, whether if it's whoever it is, another person is going to have to get themselves out of this there, and probably have to revamp the system for better, because it's just it's not as good as it was. There's 7 years it's been, and it's getting even more horrible there. And so Trudeau is screwing up the system. So I don't know how it can save anyone's life. I know I have a lot of aunts and uncles across this country that have been in hallways, have been in bathrooms, have been in morgue area there. That's where they're sticking them, in the morgue area there when people die. Well, who wants to sleep next to where somebody's dying? I sure as hell wouldn't. And and you wait hours. You wait too many hours. Now here where I live, in a town of 40,000, just to 40,000 people, it's up to 16 hours. That's the minimum. That's how terrible it is there.
Good morning, Mouse.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Orler.
Hello.
I've always kind of felt bad for Canadians and their health care, and the problem is now I feel bad because it seems like us Americans are in the same Canadian healthcare that the Canadians are in. So, um, you know, I do believe that I'm telling you that there's not. Here's what would if I had a health problem. There, I know somebody that I would call who is an actual physician's assistant. And that is, I literally, personally, that's what I would do. I would call and say, yo, what do I do here? What do you think? I mean, I would literally, that is the way I'd go. And of course, if he told me that I should do any vaccine, I'd probably have to disown him. So, or any shot or anything else. How are you, Mouse?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
I got my face on and straightened my hair and said, okay, now I might be able to turn on my camera for a minute.
I love that color top you're wearing, Gutter.
It does
not
look
a
good
top.
on you.
It looks so good. Your hair is so bright.
It's a bathrobe, right?
But
It
it's
is a
still
bathrobe.
beautiful color. It is. It really is.
She's getting sexy for us.
That's right. No, it's just I haven't gotten dressed yet. I barely got my face on.
Oh, does Marv has got something cool planned? Does Marv got something neat planned
No.
tonight?
No, we're getting ready for the grandson's birthday party, so I have to. I gotta go get stuff to make macaroni salad, and I have to make the macaroni
Aw.
salad. So, yeah, and it's kind
How's
of a
your
process.
how's your grass?
How's my what?
Your grass. After
My
you colored
grass is growing great. In fact, it took it's not growing at all. It took a bath in rainwater the day after I did it and didn't seem to bother it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So waterproof too, huh?
Well, it is for a while. But once it rains and then your grass starts growing, then eventually it just kind of goes away because you mow and and voila, it disappears. So yeah, but it works pretty slick. I love my painted
Love
grass.
it.
I love walking out there and looking at it. The most I have to do is go blow some of the dead needles off from the tree.
You're the one out there vacuuming the lawn.
No shit. They're gonna be like, look at that meth head out there. She's like, that's gotta be a meth head.
Oh, we're gonna hear on the news there. Gutter's pub, they're
No doubt.
wanted.
It's gonna be. Look at the Hoover lady. She hoovers her yard.
No, I mean, I would expect you to go full shop vac. You ain't gonna do it gaming style. Like I would
She's
see
a
you out there
mechanic.
with shop vac.
She's a mechanic.
You see Gutter outside with a broom. Mind your business.
Wanda E, I don't see your last comment except the one here now. The 2 hours to the doctor, but the one you said above there, I don't see that one there unless it's in the chat.
2 hours to a doctor, a hospital again. Doctors are leaving. They got censorship and all the benefits, and then leave. Yep, you are exactly correct. That's what pisses me off is, people are like, well, their hands are tied. I don't care. Do you know how many jobs I lost because I stuck up for my residents? I literally lost jobs because I went, no, you are not doing that to that resident.
Yeah.
I refuse to work for a company that will. Fuck you. I leave. Bye.
Doctors take an oath, literally, do no harm.
Yep. But then they gave him immunity. The
Mhm.
law gave him immunity, and that of course, in their eyes, that trumps anything of whatever oath they took.
Policies cover their ass, and then you have to sign a waiver saying that you're going AMA, and then it's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, hey, listen, you're speaking language there, that's for sure. I totally hear you. And you know what? I'm ticked off, that Canada, and then Biden's like, we need to follow Canada. They're doing such great things. They're ahead in this world in healthcare. We are? Like, I want to know, hey, what are you smoking? What's in your oatmeal every morning there? What's Jill sticking in it there? Because
Well, I
I
don't
tell
know,
you
but
right now, our
well, if
hospitals
that
suck.
is, well, and if that's the truth, if you guys are ahead, then we are all really fucked.
Yeah, no
I need to
kidding.
tell you.
I
I
Holy
don't think
shit.
I
so.
gotta
We are
say that
so far behind. Very much.
Obamacare is pretty close to the worst we've ever had.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
And
second
Actually,
that.
I
remind
agree.
me, these are the
Obamacare.
people.
Yep.
These are people paying for their insurance, not
Mhm.
not state aid, not disability, none of that. The insurance, when all that changed to Obamacare and everybody had to get insurance, it's crap. And
Mhm.
people
Yep.
are still stuck today with that insurance.
Yep.
Hopeless.
And thank goodness I booked my trip to Las Vegas, because I think this is going to happen probably towards the middle to the end of October, where we're going to be shut down again. There, I really do. They're going to be pushing for that, so it's a good thing when I am gone, when I come back there, that I get my trip in there, so that way I don't have to worry about this garbage when I get back there about cancellation and everything like that, because that's a whole other ballpark.
When is your guys' elections?
Well,
Oh,
where is it in
oh,
2025? It's okay. It's
Yesterday.
actually 2020, 25, but we have to wait a week, because so that way Trudeau and Singh, so that way they can get rich, because there is like about, I think about now 25 to 50 MPs that are, including the two leaders like Singh, and that are gonna be, like, basically you can see money, money, money. They're gonna be singing
Mhm.
that ABBA song. Must be funny living in a
Mhm.
rich man's world, because that's what they're going to be living. They're going to be dancing that tune. So 2025 is when our federal. BC's holding an election in October, um, and uh, and then of course you guys got the states in November.
That's
But
so
did you hear?
confusing to me.
But
The whole
but did
BC.
British Columbia. But did you hear Kamala Harris say, we will win? And they said, well, what happens if you lose to Trump? And they said, we're not going to lose to Trump. We will win. And I said, what do you mean we will win? And she says, you watch. And something tells me something funky is up, because she said, you watch, we won't lose. She says, I'm not going to
See,
lose to
I brought this
MAGA.
question up the other day. And to be fair to both sides, whichever side you sit on, it started out the first time they accused us of interference in the election. And then, of course, we accused them. So when it comes around to this election, is either side going to actually, going to believe it, going to accept it, going to.
Well, first of all, I didn't see none of the stuff that went on when they said that during when Trump won that the election was stolen. I didn't see any of the stuff that went on when the election was stolen when Biden won or stole it. I seen lots of stuff. I seen lots of video that showed
Mm-hmm,
that they were bringing ballots in the middle of the night, wouldn't let people
mm-hmm.
in to observe them counting. I mean, there was a
Numbers
lot of
don't
stuff
lie.
that's gone on,
Yeah.
but they never came up with any of that. Yeah, and none of that information. Like now, they're coming up. Well, this many ballots were thrown away that were Trump ballots and never got counted in this state and that state. But none of that ever happened. They never came up with that after 4 years after Trump was
Oh, I
president. They
know.
didn't come
Oh,
up and go,
well,
see, we found
there's
the
the
evidence where
Georgia
it was stolen. So I
one
mean, they can
of
say
the
whatever they want, but
right, but remember there were still felony charges out of Georgia he faced over it all. Over them accusing, well, no, that was him showing the proof that the ballots were stuffed. Still dealing with that. Like they still came back on us, even though we had the proof. But my point being, let's just say, hypothetically, that they come out after the election night and say, well, Kamala Harris won it. What do y'all guys think? Are the Republicans gonna go, oh, okay, that was a fair election? Or are we gonna go, you know what, we've about had enough? Didn't happen. Don't buy it. Can't convince me there was enough votes, right? And I still feel like they're always going to do that on the other side.
You know what I think's going to happen there, Mouse? I think with this flu, whatever the heck you want to call it there, I think they're going to call a state of emergency, and then Kamala stays in, and her VP will do that there, and that will happen there instead of going to election. Because why would they say I will be the president there instead of saying and not good luck there? And I mean, and she says, and there's just a lot of things that point to, because everybody has jumped on the camel toe train. And everything like that. And of course, she's spending 30 hours in a car studying for a speech there. And then they come out and they say, yeah, but she doesn't need to study because she's going to be the president there. So tell me, what is so funny? Like, what is so like, so then why are you in the car? Like, that's ridiculous. Then, so I think with this new COVID flu, hell, you want to call it this deadly thing that's going to come, I think that they're going to call emergency, and no election, no voting, and they're going to say we're too sick there, and they're not going to delay it there, but then they're going to say there's going to be no election, and that's what I think is going to happen there. And maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I am wrong, and yes, I would love to be, but I think, because I'm thinking to myself, and I mean, some of the people in the States are starting to talk about this deadly flu in the States.
Right.
And I mean, supposedly it's in Washington, D.C. Supposedly, it could miraculously, miraculously.
Oh, did I?
No, I'm like, interesting. How fast does it get around?
No doubt.
No, I know. And
Do
so,
we have time?
Right.
We have time to wipe out some blue cities.
Who has it so we can have them lick all the glasses in the Congress? Let's start there.
Congress. How about it starts at the top there? Because
I
just think
all of it.
I just think that there's I'm going and I'm always watching. There's one channel that I always watch who brings some really good insight into this there, and it was like, so where is this? Who's got this? Is it going to come from overseas again there? Is it going to come from India? Is it going to come from Thailand? Is it going to come from Brazil? Is it going to come from China again there? Where is this? And nobody asks that. And every time this reporter asks the questions, the people in Ottawa that say that and says, is it worldwide, or is it just within Canada or North America? What is this? Or is this some made up friggin' flu, which I think it is there, so that way they don't need to go to the polls there. So, because they know that Donald Trump, is, people are going to get out and vote.
Oh yeah. And that's specifically so we can keep in place the mail-in ballot. See, this mail-in ballot, you don't have to prove who you are with a mail-in ballot. You don't have to provide address. You don't have to provide ID. You just fill it out and send it in, through the mail.
Yeah, well, here I have a problem with mail-in ballots.
Yeah.
I do, because, we tried this in BC. And we actually have to go in person, and then it's destroyed. So, I mean, and it didn't work for the States, because look what happened. Look what happened in the States there, Mouse.
Right.
The mail-in ballot thing turned into a complete sham. It was, that guy with the sham wow that holds up that thing and said, this thing will clean your countertops there. Wow, buy it. And you buy it and you're disappointed because it's a scam. Well, that's what this is. And, it's really sad, but that's what I think, I think is going to happen. And I'm hoping I am wrong. But I'm thinking that they're going to try, because if they're talking about this in Canada, well, then they're going to start talking about it in the States there. And I think they're going to hype people up to get all worried, and you need to mask up. And I'm not masking up. Sorry. I'm not putting a diaper over my face anymore. I did that. I'm not putting a diaper over my face. So
I don't think I don't think the population will fall for it again right now. I really don't.
Well, you know what? I mean, hey, we've got a bunch of convoys that are just waiting. And we're waiting for a couple of things. First off, Pat King, because Pat King can, if he loses his case, our voices on social media to do what we want, to have freedom is completely out the window. And and then of course this whole flu thing. So I'm quite curious to see what's going to happen, because it's another pandemic. It's another pandemic in Canada, and it's going to happen there. And Canadians are geared up. There's actually people in motorhomes. They're sitting all across Canada with guns in their waiting to go to war with the Canadian government there. And it's going to get pretty damn bloody ugly this time, because people are not taking it anymore. I'm not taking a no freaking jab.
Yeah, everybody's pissed. They're sick of it. It's enough.
Yeah,
Wanda
well,
says Pat turned himself in yesterday.
Who?
Pat King.
Who's that?
He's the guy that led the Freedom Convoy charge there, and they were trying to get him on all kinds of counts. And October 4th is supposed to be where, he's on October 4th. They're going to make a ruling about what happened with the whole Freedom Convoy in Canada.
Oh, they're trying to do the January 6th to all those people, huh? Jesus.
Well, October 4th, but yeah, there are people waiting, because there's going to be another convoy. Believe me, don't think this is over in Canada. We're not sitting back. There's so many convoys out there, mini ones, that will join up.
Oh, a little bit. You dropped down. All right, honey. No worries.
Ooh.
I don't know. I think it's going to be very interesting to see the end of this election. I don't see that either side is actually going to trust the election, right out of the gate.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I know Wanda turned himself in. He went east to a hotel.
Well, it's too bad that we couldn't act like the Dems do. Like right now, look what they're doing. Shit, we ain't even gotten to the election, and look how they're acting already. They're tearing shit up everywhere.
You would think that they felt like we did, that it's time to secure our ballots. Let's stop playing. Y'all think we did it. We think y'all did it. So here we are.
Mm-hmm.
But they are pushing for less security, and it just blows your mind. You're like, how? Why? If you want to trust the vote, join us in securing the vote. And, to coming up with ways or some way to pass a few bills that, we're not stuffing ballots. We're not, stuffing them in a mailbox. That our count doesn't become that there's more voters than actual residents in the county. Like, how? You would think they would want to follow through with us now on securing the elections, and they don't.
Mm-mm.
That tells you a whole lot,
Enjoy your weekend, Mishka. Have fun with your nephew and all the Navy peeps. Woo-hoo! And tell them thank you for your service.
That's right. Forget how you do it. I don't know if you do it sideways or.
Wanda said, so he went east into a hotel and turned himself in, Oilers. And then she said, okay, I'll shut up. You don't have to shut up, darling.
Tell us if we don't know. We don't know.
That's right.
Freedom of
and it needs to get out there. Hey, RB, good to see you there. I'm just finally woken up now. Gonna have another cup of coffee.
There you go. I have been downing. I'm at a pot and a half. Of course, Marvin and I share it. So we each end up drinking probably a pot apiece by the time the day's over. Well, the morning. I think he's already done. My cups are this size. Marv's cups are like this, like it's like this big.
Oh,
So
I like the big ones too. Less trips
I
to the
don't.
coffee pot.
But it gets cold on me. So because I use creamer, he doesn't. So and he downs his coffee way quicker than I do. So
Yeah. Fair enough.
Wow.
usually I have to tell him, okay,
Interesting.
you've drank like a pot and a half. You need to slow down because I've had like, 1 cup and you've already had a pot and a half
Half the
coffee
pot,
and
yeah.
chill the hell out. It's okay, honey. It's going to be here.
Yep.
Hmm. Art said, okay, I'm out of coffee. Somebody's got to do laundry, listening in the background. All right. Well, do not mix your colors, Art. Just don't. Okay.
And if you do, just wash them in cold.
No, you're going to get little colored fuzzies on all your shit. That's why people's clothes look dingy. I try to tell them that. I tell my daughter that. She's like, well, I can wash greens and blue. I can wash dark colors together. No, that's not how you do laundry. I don't do darks. We do blacks. We do browns. We do purple. Oh, and let's not forget we do dark purple and we do light purple. We do not mix our purples.
Nope, those are
lights,
all
and
reds.
darks.
All reds.
Oh, fuck no. Oh my God. You destroy my purple. I would die. I would
Well,
die.
There's whites, darks, reds, and linens.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. No. There's whites, and whites are only underwear and socks and t-shirts. If you stick a hair towel, and here's the other thing. Let's just make this really clear. You do not put hair towels in with my hand towels for my kitchen or my dishcloths. I don't want hair on my dishcloths or on my hand towels.
Okay, then how do you
Or
are your hair towels significantly different looking?
yes.
Okay.
Well, all my bath towels and all that, they're all different colors. But my kitchen stuff is only white. So, but I do have some white hair towels. So you can't mix. And I also don't want my laundry, like my kitchen stuff put in with like my whites, like, underwear, socks. No, 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 no. Those have to be done different. Yes, the color wheel with gutters. Exactly. Tice Park. I am really bad. My daughter just looks at me like I have 3 heads. She's like, fuck. She just throws it all in while she's looking at me with that fucking blank, dead stare. Fuck you. Watch me do it anyway.
It all comes out in the wash, Ma.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Ghost Fox. Yeah, I just can't. I'm really bad about it too. So Marv, if he decides he's gonna throw in a laundry, it doesn't happen very often, but if he does, he literally comes to ask for instructions. Like, can I put this with these? No. Okay. He don't even ask why anymore. It's there's no question. The only questions are is if he can do it, not why he can't or why he should. He just okay. Okay, no problem. Poor guy. Red, yellow, blue, and green all getting their own bins. Exactly. Ghost Fox gets it. Yeah. Yes. It has to be that I don't want those little fuzzies. If you ever notice, like you look at somebody's shirt and it's like, wow, I used to have this shirt and it was a really cute blue shirt, but now why does it look like it's older and funky? Well, look, you've washed it with yellow and orange and now it's got you little yellow and orange balls on. You can't see them that close, but it dulls out the color. The other thing is here's a trick for you. Use vinegar, a 1/4 cup of vinegar in your wash every now and then, and it'll brighten up your clothes.
Yep.
It takes off the soap scum.
It also takes off that rust stain that you get way down south around Mississippi from the water.
Well, and if you people that insist on using front loader washers, your clothes stink. Don't care what you say. I can tell you that your clothes stink. Don't mean to. Yes, I don't mean to offend you. I just mean to tell you the truth. If you have a front loader washer, your clothes are going to have a funk smell to them unless you use a lot of vinegar and you clean your filters out in that wash machine. And there are a couple different filters that you have to clean out in them. And one's completely up underneath, like you got to almost be a mechanic and, an astronaut to find it. But I'm telling you, there's a huge difference. My
Ew, and wipe the
cousin,
seal between washes because that's what they were bad about. It would get in
and
under
leave your
the
door
seal
open.
and mildew. Ooh.
hmm
Yeah.
But even when you clean those seals, it still has that funky smell. And the reason why is because of how the tub sits and where the water sits on the bottom. It never completely empties out the water. So you're always getting that funk smell. Remember how I said if you clean out the watering trough because there's oil in it, but if you don't clean the whole thing out and scrub it, when you fill it back up, there's still going to be oil in it. It's the same way with water that's been left. It doesn't drain it all, so it gets all funky, and then just saying. That's why I do a top loader, and I never let my top loader, my lid does not stay down. The only time it's down is when it's doing a load. Yep, my mom was just as crazy about rainbow theory, Gutter. Yes. She had never had the vinegar trick. Then again, I always knew that vinegar trick was washing. It works really good. And then I actually did buy these tablets off of Amazon that will help clean your washer. And it's amazing how much stuff you get. Like you will, first you're like, I didn't think my washer was dirty. But then you go and put one of those tabs in. It's amazing how you get done. You open up the lid and it's like, holy shit, looks like a new wash machine inside. It's amazing how well it cleans it.
Cool.
Arby's leaving. He's got to go victimize some patients.
Hey, Kikis.
Have fun. Hey, Kiki.
Bye, Arby.
Are you on mute? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Hey, Durf.
And Gurf, how are ya? Kiki, it's so weird. I think that YouTube keeps unsubscribing you, honey, because I will see you. It'll say subscribed, and then I see you again, like, I don't know, a few weeks later, and it says subscribe. Kiki subscribed, and I'm like, God damn it, I know she already subscribed. So I think they're messing with you.
They got new rules as of the 15th of July, where you have to watch up to 5 hours of that person's content before you will stay subscribed. And
That's
and
bullshit.
if you don't,
Oh, is that what it is?
yeah, you have to watch 5 hours. So if you watch 5 hours or anything like that, if you have it in the background there, that's fine too. But you have to have it. You have to watch 5 hours, and then you'll say subscribe. And if you don't, and they said sometimes if it's a mistake or something like that, you'll get unsubscribed. But 5 hours, they did it. It used to be just an hour. Now it's 5 hours. So YouTube is changing, and they're getting ridiculous.
That means we got to make our live last 5 hours for new subs.
No. You don't need to make it 5 hours. They just need to watch 5 hours worth of Gutter's pub stuff there, which means that's great. That's a good thing in a way. But I mean, I think it's bad in a way if you want to get subscribers, because they're going to get automatically unsubscribed, some of the new ones.
Exactly. That's bullshit. I don't think they should be allowed to do that. I'm sorry, but that's like you touching the shit that I met. That's mine. I subscribe to somebody. You don't get the right to unsubscribe my shit. That just pisses me off. I just might write a complaint about that to YouTube, you bastards.
They're listening, believe me.
Good. Fucking listen, you sons of bitches. I hate all you bastards. They piss me off. That makes me mad. So
in 14 days, And so in 14 days, one of my strikes come off my drinks and chat, but then I cannot live stream on my Groovy for a few days there, and then I've got the 90-day thing that I've got to, because I did the Olympics. Remember, I did that. I pushed them to the limit. I got a warning, and then I wanted to try and show the Olympics, and of course on YouTube, and boom, I had like lots of people watching it there, and people like, why aren't they not allowing it on YouTube? Because a lot of people, and it would be good for them because more people might get engaged and actually like the Olympics. Instead they want you to.
Oh well, not the way they're doing it this year.
No. Oh yeah, the people.
No. They done screwed up when they that whole thing of that dude. That they're done. They're fuck the Olympics.
Oh, in blue? You mean at the one in the what is it, at the opening ceremony?
The one that was so proud of himself, and and the whole ball sack thing. Yeah, the Olympics can suck my ass. They done ruined it now. I could care less about them. But it pisses me off that they did that to you. Again, that is that's a use of fair. You should be able to use that. The fair act,
I even muted,
whatever the hell it is. I mean,
and I did my commentary, but they said it was a third-party picture, and they, but I think they have a dispute with the IOC and Olympics, and so they need to sort that out there, YouTube. And again, like I had like 330 people watching the opening ceremony there, and boom, and then next thing you know, I got a warning, and then I was like, well, okay, so I tried muting it, and I even covered up. I even covered up, the logo, the CBC one there, because they had that there, and no sound, and boom, they, anyways, I even tried disputing it. They wouldn't even let me write in the damn thing there. They wouldn't even let me write. It's just like, there's no winning, So
I swear they're listening to us.
Cube.
They're like glitching the internet out. Mr. Duggar.
Oh, hello, Mr. Gutter's. Or as he likes to call him, Bubs.
Bubs. So what I just seen something up here. What did you say, Art, about? He said something about laundry. Sorry, we gotta go back. We have to learn. We got to learn how to do laundry right. No more dingy clothes after this lesson, I'm telling you. Vinegar is an alkaline solution. Washing soda will do the same thing. It generally makes the soap more effective. Welcome to Chemistry 101. Thank you. All right. Oh, my God, my daughter. What does she really need?
Beep, 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 beep.
And they always look at me like I have three heads when I say, what you need? I'm on live.
Yep.
Oh, and it just pisses them off. I'm pretty sure they get dizzy from rolling their eyes.
Say, please bring my plane back.
Yeah, they could care less about that plane. They
Hello,
really
Kiki Eyes.
They actually like the RV more because, then we can all go, not just two of us or three of us. Four of us can if one of them's really, really tiny. But
did you send the link for Mr. Gutter's to come up? Does he have it?
He should already have. I have it in his email.
Okay.
Always, I send him the email. It's emailed. I have to remember whether I send it Discord or email because some of you get Discord, some of you get email. So,
well, if he was on Discord, I would send it to him on Discord there, Mr. Douglas. But I don't think he's no.
Mm-mm.
So
no, I emailed it to him. He's on my list.
Oh, that's the hit list. Gutter's is hit list.
Wait, it's got the hit list. Yeah. Well, and what's nice is as soon as I start entering names, this is how I do it. I basically put a T in. And it drops down everybody that I need to put in there. So Shizzy, because it's the Shizzy Wiznut. And I used to send it to the expert, but he don't check his email. So if I send him a link, I send it in Discord. So I'm learning where people they actually will get it, and I never press that anybody has to come on, because I know we all have lives. I mean, you do tons of lives already, Oilers, and Mouse, you are already got your own live going. Plus, you have a
Yeah.
life, and you're dealing with Buddy, and I mean,
So,
that
Hey, listen, Mr. Duggars. Wow, I made the list. Yes, you're an
you
important
made the
fella.
list, baby.
You're an important fella. I'm gonna go make myself another coffee. I'll be right back. I'll be listening.
Wanda. So anybody that wants a link, we've been on long enough that I
Oh,
can actually.
I have Wanda in Discord. Can I send her
Okay.
in Discord? I know
Yes,
her.
you can.
I
Yeah,
will. I
come
will.
on,
I'll do that
Wanda.
when I get back. But I will. I'll give her the link.
Okay.
And
And
hang
Wanda,
tight there, Wanda.
are you in the Unstable Kids Discord?
No, she's in mine.
Okay, friend
So
me.
I know which one.
That
Okay.
way I can, when I send out my links, I'll send one to you as well.
Sure. I will. I'll send her your friend link then.
Well, yeah,
you're,
you can send her
you're in mine as
generic.
well, so she could just find you.
Yeah.
But I'll send her a
Yeah,
link
or I
because she's
can.
probably Well, she goes by a different name, so I'll send it so that way you get the proper. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That will, yeah.
I'll send you all the deets. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir. So I thought you guys were wrestling last night.
We did. TF won. He cheated though. He
I
definitely
missed
cheated.
it. Was it at the beginning? When was it?
No, it was the second match.
I missed it. That pisses me off.
They
I
did a
think I
lot
was
of
at the-
talking, I find. They did a lot of talking, but it was kind of cool. It was awesome.
Well, I'm glad you found it that way, because I gotta tell you that the only reason I stayed on was I kept thinking I was going to see you guys get to wrestle. I didn't know anybody else really, and to me it was just like some people talking shit, and I don't want to hear that unless I can talk
No.
shit. So I'm a shit talker, so I got to be in the middle of it. So it was like, well, fuck, it's them talking shit. I don't want. This is boring now. I mean, until TF got up there, then it was kind of fun. But I never did see you get up there, Oilers.
Yeah, I was up
seen you
there.
get up there.
Oh no, I didn't get up on panel. No, I was having
okay.
a bunch of audio issues there and a lot of things like that there.
Okay, I gotta say hi to my Mr. Duggar.
Hi, baby.
How are you, Mr. Handsome?
I just keep getting better every day. It's hard to believe, but yes, I have improved once again.
Well, I can tell by that voice you've improved.
I'm having a good day. I really am.
Good.
I just got up.
Well, that is
Good
like
morning.
rubbing it in.
I know, right?
You and Oilers.
No, I
Good
got
morning.
up earlier, but I went back and took my first baby nap of the day. You know how it is being retired.
That's right.
We have planned out baby naps now.
That's right. And you can't get off your schedule,
I'm
because then
really,
you get your days and nights mixed up.
I really get disappointed when I miss a baby nap too. It's just like
Wanda, check your Discord messages.
Yeah,
So
TF
did you watch the match?
TF stomped the shit out of Oilers, man.
Damn it! I'm so pissed
That's
that
a lie.
I missed
No,
it.
just kidding. He did. I'm not gonna.
I'm so mad
Hey,
that I
Timber.
missed it.
You can actually watch it. It's on his channel if you wanted to
Yeah.
do that.
I'll go back and watch it. I don't want him like striking me or something. So, not that he would, but I did
No, I
hear him
don't
say,
think
"Well, I really don't want you." I kind of wanted everybody to stream it at my that way, when TF had out, which he did tell TF he could stream it, but I don't think TF did. So I missed the
Yeah.
whole damn. I missed most of it because I was gone, and then I showed up for like I don't know, probably like the very last of it or whatever. But yeah.
See, that's what happens when you have a jet set life. You just miss stuff.
Yeah, I drove in my.
You got to slow down and watch the wrestling matches every once in a while.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
back.
Well, hey Timbers, hey AV. I I actually I flew my Hyundai Elantra to the store. That's where I went. That's why I missed it because I was at the store in my Hyundai Elantra jet. If that makes any
Really?
sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, 'cause
It took, and it only takes like one afternoon to go out, and I get to come back with bags under my eyes and the whole bit. As soon as I get out in the wonderful world of pollen, tears me up. I'm I don't like the fact that I feel like I gotta hide inside to keep from getting swollen eyeballs.
you got to go make you a salad of some really pollinated flowers and eat them, and and make it a point to eat some every spring, and you'll find out that you'll grow an immunity to them.
Hmm.
I let the bees do that.
So this book should probably help me. I am trying to get on a better regimen of eating my honey on a daily basis because
Absolutely.
yeah, because I think that does make a big difference. But this book, man, does it have lots of good stuff in it about you have no idea how much stuff that you walk straight over that would be better for you than prescription meds are trying to give people.
Yeah, I got like like stinging needle, mullein.
Hmm.
There's all kinds of stuff. We have an Oshaw root here. That was big time in Native American um, medicine, and I went with a couple of guys. We went and gathered some, and yeah, that it works. So
Hmm.
it's a good thing.
Yep.
But some
Yeah,
people,
I agree.
if they don't get it from their pharmacist who tried to kill them with the booster, they don't want it.
I know. Is it just crazy or what? It blows me away. It really does. Years ago, Marv had colitis and they put him on these prescription meds. And I never thought anything about it until he started getting extremely moody. I mean, really moody. And I was like, what the hell? You're just not being yourself. What's going on? So we finally did some research, and he had actually brought me home this book, and it was called Patient Heal Thyself by Jordan Rubin. And it was about this kid that had Crohn's disease, and he was 19 at the time, and his dad was a naturopath doctor from here in Portland. And his dad went around to a bunch of different places, and one of the countries that he went to was Africa, that he found that the bacteria in their soil was not depleted of all the good stuff that it was supposed to have in it, that you grow your food in, and then you eat that food and you absorb that good bacteria. Well, we in US have sprayed so many insecticides and pesticides and shit that we've killed all that stuff in our soil. So we grow it, and you have to use fertilizer and everything else to make it work, to make it grow and all that. Well, so we started him on these meds that were all natural. And that doctor called me up. I had to go into the office with Marvin, and that he was pissed at me because we had put him on these meds. And it had actually, Marvin went from not having colitis, or from having colitis to not having it.
Wow,
That doctor was furious. He told us that those weren't FDA approved meds and that he should stop taking them and go back on the medication that he had prescribed for Marvin. It was nuts. It was fucking nuts. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Yep, y'all a bunch of quacks."
yeah.
So it's amazing. Anyways, that brand of stuff, if anybody wants to know about it, it's called Garden of Life products, and you have to get them in the Nature Path store, where nature's whatever those type of stores. They do have them, some of the meds in regular grocery stores, but it is the shit. And I'm telling you, it's amazing how it puts the bacteria back into your system, so you can fight off whatever nasty comes your way.
There's a group of books called Foxfire. it's more to like primitive living and old fashioned cures and how to build a chicken coop out of nothing but sticks and stuff, you know. But Foxfires is a really good survival manual.
Gutters. I think. Okay, so Timber put in another link there, but keep it to the people that are here in chat and on the panel. The links there, if you're gonna shed them out, they're not people that are not here because they don't really care. So I know how much as you like that channel there, Timber. Keep it to the people that are here, that are on panel. You know, like not people that are not here. Just saying. I'm not sure if you'll agree with me there, Gutters,
Okay.
but I think we should keep it to those
I
that
just
are in
missed it.
chat and, you know.
You're
What's that?
Being a little mossy there, Oilers.
A little bit. Like if you want to, like,
it keeps cutting out on me. I don't know why.
is it my mic? I wonder if it is.
No, I think it might be my headphones or something.
Where are your glasses at, Gutters?
Yeah, where are they? I don't know. That don't help. That don't help.
Get a bigger, better. Get a coat.
More
Get a big.
memory.
I know. Get a bigger. That's right. Okay. Gutters, don't read the chat fast enough for me to trigger her. This ain't fun. I'm off. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
I
Sorry.
did it. I did it, Avi, and all I said was laundry. All goes together.
That's all it took. Set it right off. Like, don't be doing that shit, mouse. No more of that. Oh, that's too funny. Let's see. So, do worry about me. I'm an AI chatbot. You are not, Art. We already know better. You done proven yourself. You're human. We've seen you pissed off. You ain't no AI. Okay. Andy, what's up? Okay, I'm taking this one out. Maybe it'll stop glitching on me.
Hello, Andy.
So, Mr. Duggar, when you going fishing? It's Friday.
Man, it's just so damn hot.
Well,
I was really thinking about going down south, but hell, it's even hotter down there. I live in the desert. I don't have a bunch of fishing opportunities that I go right down the road and catch trout anytime I want them. I'm just not a big trout fan. But me and my boy is supposed to be going out on his boat and going to catch some kokanee salmon to jar for the year. You know, so we get it. Yeah, it's delicious. I love that stuff, man. It's better than any mackerel or sardine you've ever eaten out of the jar. Goes great on salads or just with crackers and cheese or just make a sandwich out of it. It's pretty good.
Well, yeah.
Hello, Army.
If it's got the word salmon in it, it's usually pretty good. So, regardless of which kind, we love salmon.
And I want to go catch a few walleyes maybe at night. Because I love walleye.
Yeah.
I just got to get motivated.
Get motivated. I know that feeling. We're getting ready to go on a camping trip, so I'm not sure how long it's going to be because we got some company coming that they'll be here. But yeah, well, I'm hoping we're going to get to spend close to a week camping. I wanted 2 weeks, but I think it might be cut short by a week.
Where you going camping?
That's the other thing is we're really not sure. I really wanted to go to Crater Lake and be able to take our RV there, and Crater Lake is just gorgeous.
Oh, you're going glamping, not camping.
Yeah. I'm taking my RV. Yeah, definitely. I did not buy that to let it just sit. We got to use it. I can't wait. It's so fun. I love the fact that we can go anywhere, and it just like there are things that we do worry about with it, especially where we're still learning, kind of shaking it down, making, sure what works and what don't, and what's going to go tits up on us and what's not, because it's not brand new. So, but I love that, like when we get someplace, it's not like we have to think about, oh my God, we're spending, $200 on a room to sleep in. We're not. I mean, we fill it up. It's got all the food we would normally eat anyway, and we go. Everything else is in there. We don't have to.
Yeah, you don't
we're good to
spend
go.
that in gas to drag it around.
Well, and
$200.
yeah, I mean, the
And
diesel
then
is not
insurance.
cheap.
Yeah.
The diesel is not cheap. Actually, insurance is extremely cheap. Yeah, it blew me away that it was so cheap for RV insurance. So
Wow.
that wasn't too bad. But
So you have a bus.
I have a 35-foot diesel.
Wow.
It's a Super C. It's got 2 slides. It's gorgeous. It's a 2006. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just the greatest thing. It's so fun.
You beat me home if I had one of those.
Well, I have said, I mean, you could literally live in this thing. It's I wouldn't necessarily want to, but you could live in it. It's got everything that you'd need. I would do. We are going to have solar put on it, but we're having a new roof put on it. Right now it has a fiberglass roof, and we want a rubberized roof. And so we're going to have that put on it, and then we're going to have solar and lithium batteries put in it so that we can take it off grid and not have to worry about, being hooked up to anything. And it's got nice big tanks for everything. And yeah, I can't wait.
The only thing you're missing is Starlink. Hook you up with Starlink, and you can even get internet no matter where
Starlink's
you are.
still a joke right now.
Well, from what people are saying, Starlink is kind of, you just said that to trigger me, didn't you, Mouse? Starlink, I've heard good and bad things about it. So we'll kind of have to wait and see what it exactly is that we're going to use. But yeah, we'll have to use something because both Marv and I mean, there's certain things that we do want. I mean, we don't want to give up all the creatures of home. Obviously, that's why we got an RV. So. But
you're taking a home with you, so
yeah. I'm very excited. It's a beast. What I really love about it is a lot of these rigs that you see them driving around, these new ones, they're nice, they're fancy, they got all the bells and whistles and all the new fandangled stuff. But let me tell you what, their piece of shit goes down the road and like. Their cupboards are cracking and breaking and shit's, nothing seems to work right in them. There's constant problems. Where mine, yes, it's older, so some things you've got to replace. But for the most part, it was built back when they actually made shit that counted.
Yeah.
The stuff that's made now, it's not worth a shit. They cut corners on everything, every single thing. From the labor to the parts, there's corners cut on everything. What's that?
If you pay a higher amount, you're going to get a better quality.
Well, that used to be the case, but now it's not so much. Now they're fine. I mean, it's really hard to find RVs that are made worth a shit. Now if you go to the very top of the line, obviously you're going to be probably standing over the top of it, making sure all your stuff's done correctly. But these, if you go to a lot and you go to buy whatever brand, you are 9 times out of 10, your rig is going to sit in their shop to have shit fixed. Because, and the thing about it is if you take it off the lot after you've bought it, it's going to take you forever to get it back in the shop. And then when you get it in the shop, they'll take, 3 months to fix all that shit because they're all backed up because they got so many that need fixed. So it's amazing how shitty the new ones are made. I wouldn't take one. I'm not kidding you. If they called me and said, you want to try this one out? Hell No, thank you.
I'm
No.
I'm gonna address something in your chat you're missing.
Okay.
I'm sure that Gutters doesn't mind if somebody shared Wendy's link.
No, I don't care.
You
Go
know,
ahead.
did it, you know.
Yeah, no. No offense, Tara, but it's really not respectful. No, it's fine. The whole idea, remember, everybody has a link here. Everybody has a wrench here so that they can share links and so they can go to um each other's channels and like and subscribe to their stuff.
And Wendy's
Yeah.
link.
Yeah, and Wendy comes here. So it's not like Wendy's somebody that doesn't come here. Timbers knows. He knows what he's doing. You're fine, honey.
We'll do, Army. That we'll do. We'll save
Yeah,
that
it's
for next
how
Thursday.
this is how we built. I mean, I think I understand what Oilers was saying, but in all reality, this is why we all come here and to learn or to share each other's channels and network and get it all out there. So yeah, no, don't worry about it. I mean, it's just a
Not me. I come to stare at Gutters.
That's right.
That's on
And I
YouTube.
come to let him stare at me.
I just come to leer at her and go, "Oh man, Marvin's in trouble." He is.
I told Marvin the other night, you guys were all praying for him. When I had said, yeah, you guys think I just argue with you like this? Oh, hell no, I argue with Marvin like this too. And it's like, oh, Jesus, prayers, Marvin.
Poor kid. Oh God.
Are you going back to work, Timbers? Will you have a great day, darling? Thank you for coming and hanging out.
Take your slave ass to work. Oh.
Yeah, no worries. No worries, Austin. We're good. Some people just, I mean, and some people have a channel for other reasons or they do it differently, and that's absolutely fine. It's just, this is just how we do it. Yeah. We want to get everybody's channels out there so that and what they're talking about, what Wendy's talking about, what Timbers is talking about with Wendy's channel that she's got coming up. It's actually really cool. If you guys don't know about it, she is doing a country fest tomorrow. And so go check it out. I think you guys would all really enjoy listening to it. If you got nothing, I mean,
Yeah,
even
there's
if you have
supposed to be a whole list of artists, YouTube artists that are going to meet up under one.
Bunch of YouTube artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talent in that whole community. There is a lot of talent. I mean, there's some of them that I gotta say that my ears are like, son of a bitch, make it stop. Who told that person they could sing? But
And they want to call us rude because we're going like, hey, my dog has the right not to have to listen to that shit. He's over there.
Yeah. When the dog starts howling, it's not because he's singing with you. It's because you're hurting his ears and he wants you to shut the fuck up.
Great time to refill the coffee.
Nice, Kiki. Enjoy them grandbabies.
Well, I got to go set bombs and
all right. Well,
build my new base. We just wiped on our game. And,
all right.
A new season. And the little bastards are already trying to kill me. So
you go show them kids how it's done.
Yeah, I got an old part that plays with me that he's a ninja, dude. He's badass. He comes on in the evening and he corrects the shit I fuck up. So anyway, my bird's going off. He's always happy when I'm on Gutter's channel. That's
right. He's such a good boy.
I don't know if y'all can hear him, but he's back there just singing his ass off.
He is. I hear him. He's a good boy.
Yeah, he is. You can check her out, man. Hear him whistle.
I do.
All right.
Have a good day.
Hey,
thanks for coming.
Oilers, Mouse, people in chat. Y'all hang out with my Gutters. Y'all be nice to her, or I will send somebody to probe you.
All
We
right.
love our
Oh,
Gutters.
you take care there, Mr. Gutters, sir. Hang on here.
We love our Duggars. He is just the awesome dude, y'all. He actually has a channel, so if you don't know about it, you need to check it out because he doesn't put tons of stuff on there lately, but he's quite the fisherman and he's got some pretty cool videos. So
And he will
Yeah.
probe people, apparently.
well, yes, just don't mess with me or he'll probe you. And for those of you that like it, that doesn't mean probe me. I mean mess with me
Yeah.
or probe me.
It's kind of a good promise. Send somebody to probe me. Interesting.
Yeah, but hey, I was gonna do a quickie live, and geez, you guys were great and coming on and hanging out with me, so I didn't feel like I was all by myself up here. Which I mean, I can babble for a while. But after a little bit, it's like, okay, I've said all I think I can say. Somebody come up here and visit with me.
Well, I thought I was going to have to go to town, and then they canceled on me, so I did make the end of it.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. I know that, like I said, I never want to pressure anybody. If I send you a link, it's because I hope you show up, but I don't hold it against anybody. I totally understand. I mean,
Oh,
come
yeah.
on, look at TF. He shows up like once a month, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's lurking. I know he's lurking.
Oh,
I know
yeah, of course he
he's
is. That's
listening.
exactly. Yes, that's exactly why I said it. It was just because I know he's lurking somewhere. But yes, if I send you a link, don't ever think I take offense that you didn't show up. I always know that we have 3D lives and they,
Oh,
it
yeah.
I
doesn't
did
matter.
send. Can I just say something, Wanda E? I did
Yes.
send you the link to come up if you want to. Check your Discord. Not sure
Well,
if you
we're
did or
getting
not.
ready to close her down. But Wanda,
Yeah.
if make sure you friend request me. I will. If you don't, I will try to remember to go over and friend request you. But if not, just try to friend request
Yeah,
me.
I sent her. I sent the name in your Discord, by the way.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that way you would have it.
So I know who she is. Okay. And that way I can send you the link. So, and anybody, if you guys want the links, the reason I do it this way is it keeps me from having,
Porn bombers.
Right.
well, not only that,
And
but
trolls.
yes, people that come in and just destroy my panel in about 3 seconds and you just watch everybody drop off as it happens. I mean,
Yeah.
I love to
Yes.
visit with people. So the whole idea is to get people here and have them visiting. No, I don't want 1,000 people by no means, but
Right.
I don't want the 20 that I do have here ran off. So
Well, I
Right.
appreciate that you always include me on the list. You know, if I'm not busy, I'm always going to be here.
yes, and I appreciate that. And Oilers too. He's really good
try.
about coming. Yes. Thank you very much.
Oilers, you have a fantastic day. I'm going to get out
You
of
too,
here, guys.
Mouse.
All right,
Yes.
Mouse, and you have a
And
great
I'm
Friday.
gonna jump too. I'm gonna jump to their Gutters. So you
All right.
have yourself a great rest of your day there, and hope the birthday party goes well for your grandson. And
Yes.
happy birthday to him.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you at Harley's tonight. It's
Okay.
Friday, right? Yeah.
That's right. See you at
Yeah.
Harley's.
And
tonight.
whatever else. You'll see me in YouTube streets,
Oh yes. Okay. Take care.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Y'all make sure you sub up to Mouse and Oilers, please. If you haven't, I mean, I'm for the most part, we've got regulars here and they all know each other. So, and if you don't know how, if you've got a wrench, just click on the name. It'll take you to their page or their channel. Yeah, he gave me that. So I will definitely, and I will include you in the link so you can come up and visit with us, honey. I would love to have you. Thanks, Mouse. All right. So thanks, everybody. I feel like Flatty's not here to do my countdown. Usually she is hot on it. But she has a life. She probably went to bed. That's probably what she did. Yes, sub up to Oilers. Yes, Austin, you have a great day. Thank you for coming and hanging out. See, there she is. Look at Flatty. Just got back and everyone's leaving. Yeah, I gotta go get my stuff done. I already took a bunch of time. Yeah. Oilers, will you drop Harley Dad's link for me? So if you're not subbed up to Oilers, please do so. But if you're not subbed up to Harley Dad, please sub up to him. He will be doing a live tonight. Usually he does. I'm assuming he's going to. But yes, and Oilers will post the link for you guys. So thank y'all for coming and having coffee with us this morning. I had an awesome time. Don't forget to go check out the Top Quality Shirts website for all your awesome YouTube creators merch. We have the best creators on there. We're growing like you would not believe. It's keeping Joey really busy. But yeah, here's one of them. And I love it. I've already washed it, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. And it's still pretty as a picture. So yeah, make sure you go check it out. Yes. Ciao, AMC. Bye, Kiki. Bye, Flatty. See you later, Austin, Oilers, Wanda, everybody, anybody I missed. I hate missing people. But thank you so much. And I will see you in the YouTube streets or Tuesday or, all the other places that we go. Oh, also, I almost forgot. Tonight, before Harley Dad's, we have trivia on the West Virginia college football, the voice of college football. So please go there, subscribe. If you don't know where it's at, you can always go to the description and the link is in there. So just go to West Virginia college football. That'll be tonight. Joey gives away $10 gift cards and to Top Quality Shirts. So you don't want to miss out. We have a lot of fun. Please go there. I will post the link in my community page as well. But you can, like I said, you can go to the description and find it there. Okay. Me and my long-winded self. I swear I'm going. I swear it's not a lie. Andy Curve. All right. Thanks, guys. You all have a great day. I swear this time I'm really playing the outro. Swear it's happening right now.